champions! Champions of Europe, finally! History made in Istanbul! The treble complete!
History makers! For the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row!
Should we plug it back in? There we go. Oh, Are we back? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What a professional start to the season. Doesn't fucking get better than that, does it? Doesn't get any better than that. Typical City, here we go. What a crap start to the season. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody. I knew it was in the starting soon screen. I was like, I haven't checked my mic. I haven't checked my mic. I bet it's not working. And then I was like, I glanced and I was like, please be that little sound bar, you know, when your voice is going up and down. And then it wasn't. I was like, yeah, I knew it. Bollocksed it up straight away. What a crap start. Anyway, buzzing about the team news. Buzzing. I wasn't that excited about the FIFA Club World Cup, to be honest. I do feel like this is a bit pre-season-y. You know, I think it's like pre-season plus is the way I feel about it. I don't feel like, oh wow, major honour up for grabs. I think there's major money up for grabs, but I feel differently about that. I don't feel quite as like invested into the tournament. Maybe in 10 years we'll be talking about this tournament as a major piece of silverware. It's like, we've got to get that FIFA Club World Cup, mate. You know, maybe in like a decade, but it's going to take some time. We're not going to get there straight away. Certainly in this new format, I think it makes for a more exciting tournament, more football to play over the course of the summer, but it's a massive hindrance in all honesty, because especially for the big clubs, when we needed resting, we needed plenty of rest. We're not going to get that, and we're going to be told from the hierarchy, the likes of Khaldoon Mubarak will be telling Pep, mate, this isn't pre-season, field your best team. Field the team that's guaranteed to win the matches, because there is big money, big money up for grabs, so there's no denying that. But then I saw the team news today, and I was like, how can you not get excited? How can you not get excited about that first 11 of the season so far, with that front six right there? I'm not doing Wydad today, by the way, because no one knows. Let's be honest. No one has a clue who any of them are. Neither do I. The Moroccan, like, Man United, basically, that's what they are. They're all the old school Man United. The United of the 90s, where they just, like, annoyed everybody and won. Like, I think I saw a little graphic before I came live that they won 22 titles. I don't know how long the league's been going for, but 22 titles is pretty impressive going. So I imagine anyone who's a non-Wydad fan from Morocco probably hates their guts. Constantly winning all the time. But anyway, yeah, I don't know who. So there's no graphics, but the team news, let's have a look at that. Because, yeah, look at that front six. Reinders, Foden, Cherki, Savino, Doku, Marmoush. That's how I fielded it. Let me know in the chat if you disagree, if you think there's any different sort of setup that you're planning on, we might be seeing today from this Manchester City 11. But the back four's a little bit weak. Hopefully we don't have to do too much defending. You know, Vita Hayes, very inexperienced. Lewis, I think Lewis will be pushing inside. I think we'll see Lewis alongside Reinders for the majority of this game. And I think we'll see a back three of O'Reilly, Ake and Hayes. I think that's how it'll play out over the course of the match. But Rico Lewis, yeah, we haven't really got many right backs. We've got Nunes on the bench as well. But how is everybody doing? Just seen it already, Mullet. You're a knob, mate. You really are a knob, aren't you? Straight away dissing me. The season's not even started yet, and you're already throwing shade my way. Already. You absolute bell. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Phil was in here nice and early. How you doing, mate? Hello, Johnny. Hello, everyone. A nice little warm-up. And it will be warm. It will, mate. Yeah, I'm bloody warm in here, mate. It's bloody boiling. Got the fan going. Door open. I'm going to have to close that in a minute because the missus and 2 kids will be turning up soon. Can't have them running around in here. Let's kickstart the new Manchester City era by winning this competition. Good luck, City. Blue Moon Phil, big up, mate. Thanks very much, appreciate that. Church, good to see you, mate. How you doing? Good morning, fellow Blues. Wydad are a Moroccan powerhouse, so this will be difficult. 6-0 to the Galactic Blues. You've gone for a scoreline that's awfully familiar. Awfully familiar scoreline there. Very, very 24-25 feelings I'm getting there, Church. I thought you'd have changed it, maybe. Gone more for a 5, maybe even a 7. Who knows? Who knows? But we can win this tournament. I mean, I want to get to the semis. That's my goal. Because I think at that stage you're going to be against PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. I think they're going to be the teams that will be at that stage. And if we can get there, show the world that we're one of them. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'll have no shame in getting to the semi-finals and getting knocked out. No shame at all, because it is a little bit pre-seasoning as well. But yeah, and the money is a lot of why I want to get that far. Douglas, mate, how are you? Good to see you. Good morning, Blues. Well, I presume that was from this morning. Church got in very early as usual and predicted his usual predicted his usual predictable prediction. That being said, 6-0 is my prediction. Come on, City. I just noticed there's a free account. There is, and I saw someone. Who was it? Who's it? Oh, where's he gone? You might have retracted it. Oh, Phil. Yeah, it is, mate. It is. If you're looking to watch this on DAZN and you get bamboozled by the paywall, there was like loads of paywall pop-ups when I started clicking on DAZN as well. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people think you have to pay to watch this, but you have to sort of fight around it. You have to fight around the paywalls, because you click on DAZN and it's like, do you want to spend £700 a month or not? And I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you very much. I'd rather not. I'd rather watch the game for free. I was told it was for free. And I was like, all right, well, and then you need to like click on here, click here, click here, click here, click here. Just figure it out, mate. It's in there. I promise you, Phil, it's in there and it's for free. But yeah, it was a bit of a sneaky one. Lots of paywalls. Annoying. Bloody cookies and whatnot. Everyone's accepting cookies. I just can't be bothered with cookies anymore, by the way. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, I can accept cookies. I can't be asked. The paywall, the cookie loophole is a whole thing that bugs me, man. I'm just like, yeah, accept all cookies. I can't be asked anymore. James, mate, good to see you. How are you doing, mate? Good to see you. 5-1 you've gone for. Bravio, good to see you. SVG, 12-0. Doubling Church. Good to see you, mate. MCFC's in the house. Red Dots is in the house. Ebenezer, I think I've pronounced that right, mate. Good to see you as well. Lucian has gone 4-0. 4-0, mate. It's good to be back, mate. It's good to be back. Cherish life. Absolutely, mate. Well, I'll talk about that in a bit, mate. Not to bore anyone, but I'm fine now. Perfectly fine. But yeah, it's mad. I'll go into like what actually happened a bit later on. King Cheetah, happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday to you. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy your day. Hope we win on your birthday. That'd be good. True Blue, good to see you, mate. Marmouche hat-trick. There's not been that many hat-tricks in this tournament, actually. I've got some information about hat-tricks, actually. Here. Where is it? I can't find it. But there's not been many hat-tricks from players. Yeah, there you go. 4 hat-tricks. Luis Suarez with Barcelona in 2015. Cristiano Ronaldo with Real Madrid in 2016, Gareth Bale with Real Madrid in 2018, and Hamdou El Houni in Esperance with Esperance Tunis in 2019. Sounds like a magician, doesn't he? Hamdou El Houni. What's he called? Houdini. That's the one. That's who was in my head. Houdini. Ben, good to see you, mate. Naito Soko, good to see you as well. 11-0 you've gone for. Murlog, Adrian's gone 4-0. And you expect us to beat him as well. Al Ain. Owned by Sheikh Mansour. Al Ain. I'm pretty sure he is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is. Which is interesting. Bit of a conflict of interest there. Lots of money going into Sheikh Mansour's pocket there with 2 teams. I think you get 10 million per appearance as well. No, that's not right. That's not right. You get less than that, but you still get into the millions for every appearance, so lots of money. Arman and Mullet Daddy, been on the official... Yeah, we can't be doing that, mate. Can't be bothered with all the politics. We're talking football, mate. JSTA guy, good to see you as well, and many more. I'll speak to as many of you as I can throughout the course of the day, but Mullet as well, mate. Gramsey as well. I sent you an email, mate. You sent me one, and I sent you one. And then all went quiet. Do you want me to start cyber stalking you? I mean, come on, mate. It's a bit of a two-way street. It's become a bit of a one-way street. You send me an email, and I'll send you one back. And it's like, well, where's Gramsy gone? Where's Gramsy gone? Gone into your junk folder, no doubt, mate. Anyway, good to see you, mate. Massively appreciate that, mate. 3 months membership. Massively appreciate it, mate. Really do. And Mullet as well. You're a legend, mate. You're an absolute legend. Cheers, Mullet. Cheers. Good. This is Shipyard, everybody, which is an American IPA. Kind of fitting, seeing as we're playing in Philadelphia today. What is it? The Lincoln Financial Arena, I think it's called. Lincoln Financial, I think it's called, if memory serves me. Good to see lots of people grabbing them gifted memberships. Big up for that, Mullet, mate. Thank you so much. Oh, there you go, Gramsy. Sorry, not replied to you yet. Had some personal fair play, mate. Fair play. No worries at all, mate. No worries at all. But yeah, how good is this team? How good is this 11 that I'm looking forward to see? Did my subs come through? I'm on a train and lost signal. Can't be asked being baited by John. They didn't, mate. Sorry, bud. They didn't make it through. I don't know what on earth you're talking about. Not a clue. My advice, Mullet, would be to stay on the train for as long as possible. Reduce the signal a little bit, get through as many tunnels as possible on the train, and then send another super chat. Just a suggestion, mate. Send another super chat, and then maybe we'll get that understanding between us. But big up to you, Mullet, mate. You're a legend, mate. Muslim Jerry, good to see you, mate. I'm from the UAE, and Al Ain is my rival club, but I can confirm that Sheikh Mansour is not the owner of Al Ain, and they are a shit club right now. Where did I hear that from then? I heard that somewhere, read that somewhere. Where did I read that? Who does he own any clubs over there? I'm sure he does. Sorry about that. Got that one wrong. Woefully wrong. But yeah, is that true, Harry? 800,000 automatically by qualifying in the tournament. It's all right, isn't it? It's just a bit. Just a bit. Bloody hell. 115-0, let's go. Yeah, 100%. But let's have a look at this 11 as well. I want to talk about it because I think that's right. Do you think that's going to be a different system? I can't see. Doku and Savinho sort of makes the 11 understandable in terms of like where are they going to play on the pitch, because those two in particular are known as our wide players. So I'm quite happy to see them both being played in the first game of the 25-26 season. Is this the 25-26 season, or is this still the 24-25 season? If we win the tournament, it's 25-26. If we get knocked out, we'll stick it in the last season. We'll say, nah, it wasn't part of this season. It was last season. That now we're on to turning a new page, turning over a new leaf. But if we win it, it's very much part of this season. So yeah. Anyway, good to see Doku and Savinho get some minutes early on, which excites me because I had a funny feeling with the players that we were signing that we were going for like a fullback, offering the width system, which is kind of how we play. We dabbled with it at the end of last season, where we didn't really see Doku and Savinho get as many minutes in those last 10 games of the season as they probably would have liked to have done. We started to see Nunes and O'Reilly in particular. There was a big spell, wasn't there, about 6 or 7 games in a row where we won all those games. Nunes down the right, O'Reilly down the left, and we had a quite narrow system with those two offering the width. And it didn't allow for Doku and Savinho to get into the starting 11 as a result of that. And I mean, we were winning games, but I mean, things may change now with the addition of more central firepower from the likes of Ryan Cherky. We're going to have Ryan Nori arguably playing on the left-back position over the course of the season, obviously Nico O'Reilly today. But I think this is because Rico Lewis is going to tuck into midfield. I don't think he's going to stay wide on that right-back position. I think he's going to be alongside Reinders. And I mean, Reinders is arguably in a position which I don't really want to see him in the Premier League, in number 6. I think he can hold there with Rodri. He needs with Nico Gonzalez. I don't think he can hold there on his own. But considering the opposition today, I think it's fine. It's more than okay, considering it's Wydad AC Casablanca. So, yeah. And Cherky and Foden in the middle is exciting. And is anyone getting good vibes off Foden? I don't know. I'm not exactly a body language expert, but if you've been watching the pre-season warm-ups, those Inside City videos that they do, just the general aura, for point one, the general aura, the atmosphere within the club, the players' faces in these videos that the club's uploading, they seem happy, which is great to see, considering the season. I'm sure they're generally just happy people to begin with as a baseline, but to see them be as happy as they are, considering it's like you're not getting a holiday. Lots of other Premier League clubs are away now, chilling on a beach somewhere, relaxing, getting ready for the new Premier League season, whereas we're going into a grueling pre-season in hot weather in a tournament that Akanji has vocally told everybody he's not bothered about and he's not interested in. He's annoyed that he's there. Whereas his words weren't really reflected by the rest of the team's faces and their atmosphere, their opinions, and they're they generally just seem happy. Foden was one of them, which was so pleasing to see, because he looked a big beaming smile on his face throughout the course of the few videos that I've seen. So exciting to see if we can get a new version or the old version of Phil Foden back and just scrap last season. Let's forget about it. Move on. Get the 23-24 Foden into this season. It's like a new signing. It's a new signing because he wasn't even half. Literally, he was a third of his G&A. The season before that, compared to the next season, he dropped by 2/3 in terms of quality and his output in G&A. So if we can get even another third back on top of that, then that's an improvement, a huge improvement. Rodri is like a new signing as well. Cherky, Reinders, Ryan Aït-Nouri. And there's probably going to be one more. It has to be a right back for me. Maybe another player potentially. We've got to talk about the English quota as well. The fact that Livramento is on the cards as well. But exciting to see this front six. No Haaland as well, which, yeah, I'm interested to see what that means long term. I wouldn't read too much into it. I don't think that means Haaland's now second behind Marmoush. I think Haaland, there's no way we put Haaland on the contract that he's on and then not play him. I don't think there's a world where that happens. I think Haaland will absolutely be playing this season plenty of times. Just nothing but abuse from Mullet from the start of the season. Just pure abuse straight away. Oh, big up to you, sir, mate. You're having a drink on the train, aren't you? I love it when you have a drink, mate. This is the first City team for about 3 years that I'm buzzing to watch. The core of the team has changed. I'm well excited to see how we play. Yeah, mate. Cherky and Reinders. That's exactly what I'm saying, mate. Good to see you, Ryan GS. And the other Ryan as well. Good to see two Ryans in the house. We've got two... That's Ryan. And then we've got Rayan on the pitch with Ray and Cherky, and potentially one on the bench as well with Aït-Nouri as well. I had to squeeze the subs in a little bit because I forgot in pre-season you're allowed 463 substitutions. I forgot about that. So I had to get rid of... Normally it says the word substitutes there, but I had to add a new row of substitutes because there's that bloody many of them. Ortega, Diaz, Stones, Haaland, Nico G, Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva. We need to talk about him in a minute. Actually, I'm not going to talk about him. I'll briefly go over it, but I know what you're thinking. Aït-Nouri, Echeverri, Husanov, Barbarino, Akanji, and Gvardiol, and Nunez. Which is, yeah, pretty good bench. pretty good. Bernardo Silva, captain. What do you make of it? What do you reckon? Oh, Gramsy, mate, don't worry about it, bud. I was only messing, mate. But yeah, we'll speak soon, mate. We'll speak soon. But yeah, what do you make of Bernardo Silva as captain? What do you think? Good to see you, True Blue. How are you, mate? Go and subscribe to True Blue Tie. He's got his own channel, by the way. He's got his own City channel. Just makes City content. Go and give him a follow. Show some support to the other City channels out there. Nadeem, mate, Johnny just came to the stream and find that someone just give me membership. Buzzing for you then. What a great day you're having so far, Nadeem. Absolutely buzzing. Good to see you, John. Come on, City, the future starts tonight. It does indeed, mate. It does. That guy Raphael is happy. I think you're in the majority. I think it's quite split though. I would suggest it's about 55-45 in terms of 55 being in favour of Bernardo Silva being... Why has Isa deleted your message, mate? Isa's deleted your message. I don't know why he did that. But Isa, how are you? I was just in the middle of reading that message, mate. But yeah, Isa's deleted your message. I think that must have been an accident. Let's call it an accident. A slip of the finger. Slip of the finger. Because he was agreeing with you, Isa, as well. Bernardo is on the captain's list. I didn't see that. Love it. Yeah. I think it's a good thing. I think, personally, I would have chosen probably Ruben Diaz, but I have no problem with Bernardo Silva being a captain either. And I'm going to draw a line under it there because I actually want to talk about it more. I've actually got a whole video that I'm going to do about it, really, as well as other things, because I think we're, as a fan base, started to act like a bunch of entitled twats, to be honest. Some of us, the small minority of us, have started to act very badly towards this club, I think, and it's disappointing, you know. And I'll talk about it in the video, and it's not too bad. I mean, it's a small minority of people, you know, and the hatred for Bernardo Silva is totally uncalled for, and I have a bad feeling we're going to get a repeat of the treatment that Kyle Walker got in the end of his career. Now, obviously, Kyle Walker didn't play badly, but it was it's almost as if he never played well for us now. When you ask City fans, Kyle Walker, Manchester City now, it's like, yeah, the guy, we had to get rid of him, didn't we? And it's like, are we not going to talk about how good he was at any point? Is that just gone as a memory? Is just forgotten? Like, totally, it doesn't matter. All the good things he did is just gone. Forget it. Nah, he was shit in his last year, so let's hate him. And I mean, I've got a bad feeling Bernardo Silva's in that same sort of like, it feels like forced. Like, you've got to hate somebody, haven't we? Everyone's got to have someone they hate. So it's like, you know, feels like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, it was spam. Yeah, he was spamming. Fair play. Yeah, that guy, mate, don't spam, but I appreciate the message. But yeah, I didn't realise he was spamming. Mullet. They're coming out one at a time. It was spam. Never. Isa and Mullet have teamed up. They're coming out one at a time like wrestlers. I love it. Some people are going to hate it, but I love it. I want to hear the announcement. I want to hear if they all got like entrance music. So they come out like y'all ready for this? And then Savinho and Chucky and number 47 Felipe Foden. Buzzing, mate. It's like, it feels so artificial. They look embarrassed coming out, to be honest. They look embarrassed, don't they? They're coming out like, fucking hell, man. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking... Oh, Edison's loving it. Edison came out like, hello. He's coming out like, fucking what? That's me, the big man. I hope he's staying, man. I hope he's staying, because he's so important. Now the Wydad players are coming out. They'll be loving it. They'll be loving this. They've brought an army of fans with them. You know, in comparison to the stadium, I mean, not really. But they've brought a reasonable amount of fans with them. And I think they're going to be making some noise. I saw some clips before the game started. And they were looking pretty boisterous, walking the streets of Philadelphia. He's come out a bit early. The second guy behind that Wydad guy then came out well too quick. Let the guy do his job, mate. The announcer's got one job and he wants to read out a name. They're coming out too quick. Slow them down. They need individual attention. They're all coming out way too quick. The Wydad players are like, get me on that pitch. Get me on. Oh, he's loving it. Number 23. He's loving it. Look at that. He walks straight up to the camera. It's got to be Edison. He was the best one. Everyone else looked like they were absolutely mortified at the fact that they had to walk out individually. Amrabat, no way. There's a guy with a flag in his way. He was like, get the fuck out of my way. But yeah, what in the WWE is this entrance, Johnny? I kind of like it, to be honest. I think it's funny. It's funny being... there's some of the things football are doing now, like, you know, like bringing on the ball on a little remote control car. Little things like that are being added to the game. And I mean... was there a halftime show in the Champions League final? I think that. Well, I can't remember. Where was that? I might be wrong there, but I'm sure they're going to start adding like that type of NFL Super Bowl because the money in it as well. Like everyone tunes into the NFL halftime Super Bowl, don't they? Football as a sport, as an industry, will see that and be like, yeah, man, we need to tap into some of that income as soon as we can, please. And I think this whole tournament is kind of that. I don't think it's a coincidence that the first tournament of this formatted FIFA Club World Cup is at America, which is very much a nation that is around this like sort of entertainment style, let's call it, NFL-ish-esque, let's call it. And I think, yeah, it's all right. I think it's okay. I don't want to see it in the Premier League. I think we need to stick to our guns as to what is traditional in terms of like in the Premier League. So I don't want to see it in the Premier League. But no, I like it though. I'm not just saying it. I genuinely think like it's different. It's different. I think it's funny more than anything. I like it because it's funny. Jojo likes the remote car. Yeah, it was kind of good. Like, I like to see it. I like to see it like come onto the pitch. I want to see it like accidentally like smash into the back of like a player's Achilles and be like, "Fuck, you know what the fuck was that?" Just like the car just like going renegade and just like driving into players. That'd be good. That'd be good. What else could we add? We could add all sorts. Hasn't the ball been once... what game was it where a guy, like, parachuted into the stadium with the ball? And we've seen things like that in football. What else could we do? We could do all sorts, couldn't we? We could do all sorts. And this is the place to do it, mate. This is the place to do it. But yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you for tuning in to the first watch along. Make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing as well if you are new around here. If you're interested in becoming a member, the link is in the description and the pinned comment of the chat as well. So yeah, big up to everybody. The referee view. Have we got a referee view? Is that on here, Ryan? It starts, Mellow Man, it should be now, actually. It should be right now. I might be behind, I'm streaming it. So, I mean, I'm on DAZN, but it depends on where in the world you are, how close to the action. So, I mean, you guys might be a couple of seconds ahead of me, but I'm currently looking at an advert of, Jurassic World I'm now watching. The new one, Rebirth. So, yeah. That's not City. That's a dinosaur. A buzz off Jurassic Park, though, man. Oh, what a movie. La 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 la. Such a movie, man. Football. Oh, come on, City. Predictions, Blues, come on. Who's winning this? Surely we're winning this. What do you make of Ryan Cherky's hair? It's kind of the same as mine, actually. I'm about to insult it, but then I thought, you know what? It's just a wavy version of mine, so who the fuck am I to start insulting someone's hair? He's got a bit of the old parting going on. Mine's not even a straight line. Proper fucking put a bolt in that. Anyway, prediction. I'm going to go... No, you're not yet, mate. Going grey, though. I'm going to go 5-0 City. And we're about to get underway as well. I need to shut the door in a minute because the missus and the children are coming home, so I need to wait for this kickoff. Is it Cherky getting us underway? Cheeky Cherky, and we're off. Shut the door. Hang on. The second the season starts and I'll leg it. Just legged it. Yeah. Oh, moving house tomorrow, but well, not moving house tomorrow. We're getting the keys tomorrow. So in the next week, I'm going to go quiet for a few days while I sort out my new office. But those that don't remember, this is temporary. This has always been temporary. It's just very long-term temporary. But anyway, here we go. Jeremy Doku running down the left wing, and he's had it taken off him immediately. What do you think in terms of attendance? It looks a little bit more full than Chelsea. A little bit. Because it was pretty dead, wasn't it, the Chelsea game yesterday? I must admit, I've not watched every game in the FIFA Club World Cup, but I've been tuning into the highlights and things like that. But yeah, Reinders alongside Rico Lewis looks to be a thing at the minute. Rico inside, Nathan Ake and Vita Hayes at the back. Mufi Butuil Ferreira. Oh, I can't read it. But yeah, Amrabat. That is the Amrabat. I only saw the back of him. I presume it was the Amrabat. As in the Amrabat. King Amrabat. Savinho, lovely. The speed in which we're knocking it around is pretty good for pre-season. Rico's giving it away, but Doku over the top. Little dink from Nathan Ake. Finds Jeremy Doku. Is he onside? Cuts inside. Early chance. Phil Foden, edge of the area. Out to Savinho. It's onside, so we're playing on. Savinho to the byline. Whips it across. Gotta be. Foden, 1-0. This is so good. Phil Foden with a big old smile on his face, and it's 1-0 Manchester City. I'm smelling a big scoreline here, Blues. I'm smelling a big scoreline. Let's go. Come on, Phil. Yes, man. Phil Foden getting onto the score sheet nice and early with a big smile on his face as well. Is that an omen? Is that the start of a new season? Buzzing, man. It's on Channel 5. Is it really? What? I might be able to get ahead, like, and be in sync with people. I didn't realise it was on Channel 5. But anyway, yeah, it was great play from Savinho, getting to the byline. It was laid off to him by Phil Foden. Savinho was shown the outside, so he obliged, took the invitation, Savinho, chopped it onto his right foot, cuts it back, took a little deflection, the cross did, parried into a crap area, bad goalkeeping, to be honest. Straight out to Phil Foden, who just, on the volley, just cushions it into the far corner, where the keeper was left stranded. Really bad goal to concede, if you're Wydad. When I was younger, I used to say that all the time. When you know, because I went to a school with 2 City fans in it. The rest were United fans. 1 Liverpool, the rest were United fans, and 2 City fans. That's it. Every day I used to get home. Why, Dad? Why have you made me support City? Why? Fuck's sake, Dad. But now, it's like, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. You were right all along. You were absolutely correct. So it's on Channel 5. I didn't even go into that. But Wydad coming down the right-hand side here. Nico O'Reilly versus Amrabat. Nice and pacey and strong from Nico O'Reilly. Good play, that. Good defensive strength and speed, because Amrabat didn't look like he was slow then either. But Nico O'Reilly turned on the afterburners. It is as well on Channel 5, I didn't realise. I might switch over. Because it's gonna. I've got Sky here. Why did I not do that? Oh, I've got to change the HDMI cable. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'll do it at half time. I'll stick with DAZN for now. But yeah, good to see 1-0, nice and early. Let's keep it simple now and go and win the game. And Adrian, was it you who said, big up to Ryan, by the way, for the support, mate. 15 months, mate. You're a legend. You really are. Rico Lewis has had his pocket pick there, a little bit sluggish on it. Ryan Cherky closing down, everybody. Look at Ryan Cherky right now, if you're watching when I'm watching, which I presume you are. But Ryan Cherky was pressing then. which is something I really wanted to keep an eye on. I've not really spoke about it, but I've been a little bit concerned that it's a side of his game that's might be called into question. But I think all it takes is a conversation with Pep Guardiola. That's all it takes. I remember when Pepper took over and Aguero started playing, and he played like he's always played at City, which was quite sluggish. Aguero started running his socks off under Pep. He started to work so hard. Riyad Mahrez was signed and he was a bit, not much of a runner. Wydad with a shot on the edge of the area, blocked by Phil Foden, looking for an early equaliser. Little dink over the top, getting to the byline. It's number 2 with a step over. Easy, easy. Rico Lewis does well there to slow him down, but they're knocking it about with a bit of confidence here, actually. But yeah, Riyad Mahrez wasn't much of a runner, was he? You know. But eventually he was. He started to work quite hard for Pep. Not as much as everyone else, but still. You know. And I think Pep Guardiola will have a conversation with Ryan Cherky and say, look, mate, if you're not going to run, you're not going to play. It's as simple as that. You're not going to play if you're not going to run. We do not have 10 players and 1 luxury player. And it's goal kick, that, is it? Should be. Wydad want a corner because the cross that came in looked like it had crossed the byline. But yeah, Ryan Cherky's got a run. But I mean, within 5 minutes of this game starting, Ryan Cherky was sprinting, closing down the defender, then closing down the goalkeeper. So, yeah. I know there's a couple of people, that might be some of them there actually. There's some City fans going wild there. There's a couple of people that follow this channel that have messaged me to say that they're going to the game and they're there right now. So big up to them, man. Some of them said it's their first ever City game they've ever been able to go to. I'm sure some of you have seen MCFC Mad Hatter. He's a comment regular. He's always in the comment sections of pretty much every City channel. He's there. So buzzing for him, man. And anyone else that's there as a first opportunity. It must be amazing for them. But yeah, early. Great turn, that. Who was that? Was that Marmouche? That was. Brilliant turn. Brilliant turn, that by Marmouche. Doku. Edge of the area. Reinders. Thinks about the shot. Fires it into Foden. Lovely. The speed the ball moves when we get it moving. Ryan Cherky. Lovely little flick to Savinho. Oh, this is good, mate. I'm enjoying this. Oh, first time stuff. Into Foden. This is good. Foden slowed it down a little bit. Wants a free kick. He's going to get it as well. Gets the free kick. Buzzing, man. Oh, yeah. 1-0. There was no way I was not going to remember. Of course I'm going to forget. It's part of the tradition on typical City. Right. Ryan Cherky got lucky there. Oh, Marmouche just past the post. Ryan Cherky tried to do a little 1-2 with a bit of a unnecessarily ostentatious... That's a word. That's a word. Unnecessarily ostentatious from Ryan Cherky. He got lucky, actually, that it came back to Savinho, because he tried this little outside of the boot flick and it hit the defender, then came back to Savinho. But then Marmouche's effort was like a whisker past the post. Look at them fans behind the goal as well, going mental. Nine minutes gone. They've got a player called Lurch playing for them. Lorch or Lurch. Guys, come on, let's smash them likes up. We've got 600 watching and nearly 200 likes. Do you reckon we could get to 200 soon? That's Marmouche closing down the keeper there. I don't know, man, about this tournament. I still think there's a long way to go for this to become, like, universally recognised as something worthwhile. I've always treated it like a cherry on the cake. They're trying to make it the cake, aren't they, FIFA? It's always been like, oh, well done for winning the Champions League. Now you get this luxury tournament, which is what the UEFA Super Cup kind of is as well, but still. Wydad are coming forward here. Ball across. Amrabat at the back post. Come on, lads. Amrabat, blocked by Nathan Ake. They want a handball. They're not going to get it because it looked like it hit his chest. But an early, couple of opportunities for Wydad to at least get forward. That was the most threatening of them so far. And it came down Rico's side where the cross came in, and it was an outstretched boot of some Wydad player that couldn't quite get on the other side of it. But here we go. Oh, I thought Cherky was making a run there. The game slowed down a little bit, but some of the one-touch football City are playing here, it's good to see. The ball moves quick, and it's one touch. Slowing it down a little bit when it gets to the back with Nico O'Reilly and Vita Hayes. But you play one-touch football. You can't defend one-touch football if it's accurate enough. Marmouche, great turn of speed. That's a free kick, is it? No, referee says no. Reinders picks up the loose pieces, fires it into Phil Foden. Good touch from him. Pings it out to Savinho. Savinho again to the byline. Good bit of defending. Good bit of defending that was. Corner ball, though. He got done in the first minute. That left back by Savinho, which resulted in 1-0 for City. This time he knew what Savinho wanted to do. We're looking rubbish defensively. No, I don't know. It's a bit early. Yeah, it's a bit early. I wouldn't read too much into the game at all, to be honest, because it is technically pre-season, but there's lots to be excited about. I think the one-touch football in particular for me has been impressive. Foden, Cherky, Marmouche, Savinho. Reinders has sort of been the platform for it. But there's swagger. That's what it is. Ball in. Cleared. First one of the season. First one. Cleared. Imagine if the first ball in of the season was a goal. Never in a million years was that going to happen. Doku, tenacious. Tenacious. Go on, push him. It's a foul, referee. Fuck off, referee. He's onside as well, him. Got to deal with this. Vita Hayes. And he's giving it away to Amrabat. That's offside. That's offside. Get your flag up. Why are you dilly-dallying? Right, flag up. There you go. Ball in. Cleared. Less of a scally with his longer haircut. Yeah, a little bit. I think waves seem to be coming back in. Wavy hair. How would you get your hair to be wavy like that without a tool? You need some sort of tool. You need some sort of instrument other than a comb. Because you're not doing that with a comb. Cherky's hair doesn't look naturally like that. Foden's got a bit of a going on, as well. But yeah, wavy hair. Duro. Yeah. It was Foden, mate. Speak of the devil. Is that what you feel? Oh, giving away. Who was that? Ryan Cherky. Long range effort here. Edison. That was not a bad effort. It was on target, and Edison saves it. Nothing to worry about. Goalkeepers hate that, don't they? They hate it. But who was that? Was that Ryan Cherky who gave that away? Straight to a Wydad player who, a good 10 yards within his own half, saw Edison off his line and went for it. Edison was able to get back in time. Good ball. Inside the inside channel to Doku. Couldn't get on the end of it, but he does win a corner. Jeremy. I'm not sure I could rock it, to be honest. The short back and sides are sort of there already. It just needs to be at the front. The missus hates it. She hates Phil Foden's hair with a passion. So it's a quick trip to being invited to leave the house if I get Phil Foden's haircut. It's kicking off here. Fucking hell. Vita Hayes is get. Oh, who's that? Savinho with a bicycle kick. Gets it all wrong, but it looked exciting. It made me make a noise. Oh, yellow card straight away. Who's that? Is that Marmouche? He's rolling around on the floor. Looked like he's had studs up to the leg here. Bit of a dickhead move that, really, from whoever that was. Fucking hell, man. He's absolutely cleaned him out. He's just kicked him in the bollocks. Melula. Cassius Melula. Write that down. Remember your name. Cassius Melula. Wanker. Noted. Foden free kick. It's got to be crossed from here though. Corner of the edge of the area. Wouldn't mind a second goal. How bad was Bayern Munich versus Auckland? It was just like, ugh. It's not a good advert, that. It makes it look stupid. It makes the whole thing look wrong, doesn't it? Yeah, it is like Foden's got a bit wavy, hasn't he? Look at that. He looks better. That's much better than the previous haircut. So much better. Big up to MCFC, lads, because I think he's got to change his haircut now, because I'm pretty sure he models it on Phil Foden. So. Big up to Luke, man. Big up to Luke. I think he's there, actually, isn't he? Big up to him. They're pretty good, aren't they? I haven't heard them, but they look like they're making noise. Not right now, actually, because they're pretty stationary, but they're all, like, synchronised. Jumping up and down. Which is exciting to see. Ball in. Foden! And it's saved. Thought a quick counter-attack was on there, but the City players got back nice and quick. I must admit, I didn't know anything about Wydad before this game, and I doubt many City fans did, but I was warned by an article that I read that these shouldn't be taken too lightly. They're not bad. I don't think you should be thinking this is going to be a repeat of Bayern Munich versus Auckland, but maybe. Savinho. Lovely feet from Savinho. Who was that? That was Rico Lewis. He wants the corner. Savinho's looked good so far. Got himself an assist. I think, no, I'm not sure. Yeah, is it an assist? Because it came off the keeper. I think it technically is an assist for Savinho, but I think he's looked good. Savinho. Doku's been a little bit quiet, but he's not been able to get on the end of a few passes that have been fed through to him. Foden's looked good. Got himself a goal. Cherki's had a couple of nice touches. One silly one, but didn't actually cause a problem or anything. Reinders looked like a nice, stable first 18 minutes into his debut. Done absolutely nothing wrong. Everything he's done has been a nice positive action going forward. Corner ball for City. Whipped in. Nathan Ake! Oh! It was nearly a ball in goal. But it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a ball in wide. It's good to say a different word after ball in, actually. Getting on the end of a cross is very unusual. He's a beast from corners, Nathan Ake, you know. I think he's a proper goal threat on the quiet. He just never plays enough. He's good in the air, Nathan Ake. And he's not even that big, is he? He's got a leap on him. What, at the stadium? There's just 11 stewards at the stadium playing. There we go. Cherky. Doku. Oh, he couldn't beat his fullback. He's got the ball though. He's kept it in. Onto his right foot. Little pocket of space here for Reinders. Fires it into Cherky. Heavy touch from Cherky though. Couldn't bring it under his control. I bet there's a few nerves there for Cherky. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's understandable. He's a kid. Made a big move. Lots of eyes on him. Lots of pressure. Hey, the comments, mate. He's won City fans over already. He says he wants to kill United. So, yeah, mate. That's what I did. When I read the article, I just went, good man. You, sir, are a good man. He wants to kill... Well, they're already dead, to be fair. I mean, you're a bit sadistic, wanting to, like, stab a dead thing. They're pretty dead already. But, yeah, have a go at it, mate. Have a go at it. Fucking KDB, where is he? They're in here. Why are they going to make it? Oh, they want a penalty. You can piss off with that. You can piss right off. It's not giving it. Looks like a goal kick for City. Someone went down there. But they've got a sting in their tail when they come forward. They actually look like they're getting into position. They're getting into the penalty area. Wydad, when they come forward. Oh, and it's a dive. It's a horrible dive. Yeah, come on, get those likes up, people. Big up Heisa, mate. Savinho's been sent through, but he just couldn't quite take it with him. I mean, it's pretty makeshift at the minute, isn't it? I don't think we would expect a solid defence, but they're not really... I don't know. They've not done anything drastically wrong. The shape looks a little bit skewed. And I think it's a really difficult job for Rico Lewis. I just feel frustrated around the whole Rico Lewis situation. They're coming forward again here, Wydad. They're into the penalty area, this time cleared by... was that Reinders? Brilliant from him to get back and clear his lines like that. Looked quick as well when he got back, and a very adept little flick to get the ball out of the penalty area, and we've won a free kick as well. But yeah, Rico's got a difficult job in that position. When he's asked to invert, it's a crap job, because the second you lose the ball, you're out of position because you're in central midfield. You're playing in midfield alongside Reinders, and then all of a sudden the ball goes down our right, where Rico Lewis at fullback would be playing, and it's like, where's Rico? He's in midfield because he's asked to do that. That's his job. He's been told to invert, so it's a weak spot to our side. You know, when we have three at the back, they've got to shift across and fill that gap. You know, but I think it's a really, really difficult job, and it's a job that I'm still not convinced he can do it. I think when he's asked to play, my favourite Rico Lewis position is 4-3-3. But he is the middle three on the right side as a number 8. That's Rico's best position for me. Not right back, not a number 10, not an inverting right back where he's asked to do 2 jobs in one. You know, just that's his best position. And if we played that system with 4-3-3 with, let's say, Rodri in the middle and then Reinders to the left of him, I think players that should be playing ahead of him on that right side of a 3, Kovacic, Gundogan, you drop Foden a little bit deeper. There's so many players that should play ahead of Rico Lewis. So it's like, I like him. I like Rico Lewis's position. I think he's a good squad player. And I think if he's happy to stay at City and be a squad player, then I think, yeah, keep him all day long. I think he's more than good enough to be a squad player. And he's still young. He's still learning. It's just, he needs to start becoming a master of a particular trade. Because right now he's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. He has not got a particular role in this side where you can go, that's his best job. You know, because what is his best job? He plays everywhere. So, yeah, frustrating. Whereas Nico O'Reilly, look at him go. Fucking hell, just walked through that midfield. That looked like a man playing against boys, but he's arguably the boy on the pitch. The rest of them are men. He just waltzed past everybody, then Nico O'Reilly, through that midfield. Marmouche. Here's Reinders. Sprays a lovely pass out to Savinho, who's getting a lot of involvement and space. One-on-one here, Savinho, onto his left foot. Plays it safe inside to Foden. Foden looking for someone to give it to. Reinders. Oh, the ball from Reinders, mate. You saw what Doku wanted. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This Reinders is going to be... Yeah, that ball there, it didn't actually come off. We won a corner from it, but look at that ball from Reinders to Doku. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Defence line splitting passes like that if that comes off, Haaland tapping, Marmoush tapping, Doku one-on-one, maybe he finishes it himself. But we are going to get goals with this guy playing as deep as he's playing and pulling strings like this, mate. Ah, you put Rodri in there and it's like, yeah, I'm all about this. This is good. Ball in. Cleared. Fucking hell. But yeah, that ball, that was just a real, like, that was a little taster. That was like going around Tesco and those guys who stand there with those little trays of cheese. Like, do you want a sample, sir? Yes, please. Yes, please, I'll have a sample of your Leicestershire, Worcestershire cheese, whatever it's called. I'll have some of that, please. I'll have a taster. And that was a little taster of Reinders, a pass. It was like, do you want a taster? Yeah, there you go. Slot that through to Doku. Didn't come off, but it was the awareness, the vision is what I'm talking about. Exciting. Because he cut it back and it was with his weaker foot as well. You know, that's not his. It was with his left foot as well. That's what's even better. Good ball again. Who was that? That was Rico. Good ball into Reinders. Foden. I need to get onto Sky, man, because this is like 720p at the minute. I'm struggling to work out who's who, and everyone's got the same haircut in this sort of pixelated view that I've got. I can't work out who's bloody who. Oh, big up, William, mate. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Roses are red, Manchester is blue. Johnny, I love you. Oh, shot wide. Who was that? Marmoush. Big up, William. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Really, really appreciate it. There's Haaland. He got sunburnt in training, didn't he? Don't underestimate sunburn. Sunburn can properly do you in. It can make you tired, get sunstroke and all sorts, can't you? I wouldn't want to play football with sunburn because your skin feels all tight. And I'm like, it's just a distraction. Can't be arsed with that. But Wydad continue to come forward. You know, they keep popping forward. And we've got a corner as well. That's it, mate. Oh, my ears get burnt. They're the first things to go. First things to go. Nice little touch, that. Oh, lovely feet from Savino. The counter-attack is well and truly on here. Oh, Marmoush gets the pass all wrong. And yeah, you can see what he was trying to do. It looked like it was on, but it was actually a good interception. Let's put it down as a good interception, but Marmoush definitely could have done better there. Because it looked like a 3, maybe 4-on-1 situation. And one more pass and we were in a 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And he just got it all wrong there, Marmoush. But the ball's been switched, controlled really well there. 1-on-1 with Nico O'Reilly. Cross comes in. Cleared at the near post by Nathan Ake. I'm reasonably pleased with what I've seen so far. I don't think we need to read too much into it. We've got to remember what this is. This is the FIFA Club World Cup. This is kind of pre-season. So I wouldn't get too worked up about it. As long as you win the game, that's the main thing. You don't want any silly results because money is why. I want to win the money. That's the thing with football, though, isn't it? If you make money the incentive, do you get the same? Does that guarantee the level of entertainment? Does that guarantee the level of effort, the work ethic? I don't think it does. You know, you've seen so many players go to United getting paid a big salary. And then they just down tools, and it's like, right, I've made it. I've made it to United. I'm getting paid a fortune, and I'm done. I'll finish my career here and just see out the rest of my career getting an absolute packet, you know? And that doesn't result in trophies. Just because you paid top dollar for the player does not mean you're going to get the best performance out of them. You want to incentivise them. You want to make them play. The best footballers are the ones that play for trophies, not for money. You know, money's just a byproduct. And this FIFA Club World Cup is just, it's all about the money. So I think you're going to get that sort of like watered down effort from a lot of the players that's like, they're going to kind of go through the motions a little bit. Who's that? Vita Hayes has given it away in a really dangerous position here. And now he's got some defending to do. And he's not done it. He's all over the place. It's one-on-one. And he's been sat on his arse and he got lucky. And Edison makes the save. Vita Hayes, not good from him so far. That little cameo was worrying. Ball across is just, again, got away with it. Got away with it. Vita Hayes looking a bit ropey there. All came from a bad pass from him. And then they spring and attack, and then he sprints back, gets his body in the way, but the spin on the ball, and then he can't get his head on it. And then the centre forward gets on the ball, sits down, Vita Hayes, and then he ends up slipping. Just a disaster, really. 30 seconds from Vita Hayes, to be honest. We got away with it. We got away with it, though. It's all good. It's all good. Still young. Still young. Learning curve, let's call it, mate. Let's call it. I'm good, mate. How are you? How are you, mate? Yeah, it's pre-season, man. Let's not get carried away. Let's not get worked up. Also, the defence. Look at the defence. Look at the names that are playing. Ake, Hayes, and Lewis. It's going to be a bit of a makeshift defence. It's going to feel a bit disjointed. I think we have to give them a little bit of leeway. Nice turn of speed there from Cherky, by the way. Foden's giving it away, though. He's offside. Straight away. Get your flag up. It's offside. We've got the ball, so apparently it doesn't matter, but it was well offside. I could see it a mile away. Nah, man, we're winning. People need something to whinge about, man, don't they? We're fine. There's nothing to worry about. I think Vita Hayes then was a little bit ropey, yeah. Doesn't mean everyone's shit because Vita Hayes made a mistake. I think it could come down to goal difference. I think it was Adrian actually earlier on at the beginning of the stream said that goal difference could be important because I agree with what he said. With, who is it, Alain and Wydad, they're going to be, you'd think those two sides are going to be the whipping boys. Well, not the whipping boys, it's a bit disrespectful that, but I think those two are the sides that are going to be finishing third and fourth, not sure where. But third and fourth, and therefore Juventus are going to be the other side in the group that are going to win those games against. And then obviously if we draw against each other, then goal difference is going to come into it. Good ball from Cherky. Foden couldn't really bring it under his spell. Big up, Khaled, mate. How are you doing? Good to see you, sir. Please go easy on my team, Alain. You've got an enemy in the chat, mate. You've got an enemy. Someone hates them. There was another super chat from someone else from your neck of the woods as well. I'm not sure. He didn't say who he supported, but he said he hates Al Ain. He hates them. So there's a rival in the chat there, mate, Khalid. Big up to you, mate. Massive respect. Really appreciate that. But yeah. I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting game. 2 in the morning as well. At the minute, I'm going to be doing it as well because I think the missus might be having a little bit of a sleepover at the grandparents with. It's the fact that I've got a 2-year-old daughter that I'm worried about. Me and she's literally would sleep in like the room next door, so I don't want to be like screaming and shouting at 2 a.m. with a baby sleep. Well, she's not a baby anymore, but she's like 2, sleeping in the room next door. But she might be sleeping at a grandparents, which it'll just be me and my 8-year-old boy, and it's his birthday in 2 days as well. He's actually 7, but he's going to be 8 in 2 days. Buzzing for that. And I'm getting the keys to a new house tomorrow as well, so I'm having a good couple of days. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Really looking forward to it. That's just to bore you with my personal life. Just to bore you. Nice one, Isa. Buzzing. Nice one. Straight face. Devious straight in there with the following up with the positivity. Nice one, Clout. Come on, man. Nothing to worry about. It's nothing to worry about. This side are good, man. They're mobile, you know. I think when we watched Bayern versus Auckland, they couldn't even move, man. They looked like they were like running in treacle. You know, in quicksand. They look so sluggish. These guys are athletes. We're against the athletes. Regardless of the fact that they are, like, Moroccan and they're not exactly, like, you know, to our standard. They're not passing the ball as well as we are. Their system doesn't let them hold the ball to anywhere near to the level we can hold the ball with dominating possession. When they come forward with a bit of purpose. Here's City again on the edge of the area. Reinders out to Doku. So the byline, it's Cherky. Cut across. Gotta be. Phil Foden. Oh, it's a save. What a save. Surely Phil Foden makes that 2-0. I've got to put down that as a bad miss, to be honest, because it looked like it... Nah, man. Should have buried that. He had more of the corner to aim at, Phil Foden. He puts it quite centrally, and the keeper just drops down. And it's quite an insult when you're the attacker, and a shot comes in and the keeper just like holds it. It's insulting, isn't it? There you go, Khalid. There's your enemy. I want you guys to kick off on each other in the chat. It's all kicking off in the chat. Some big players over there, man. It could be against Cancelo. João Cancelo. I think he's injured, isn't he? João Cancelo. Ruben Neves. Pretty sure Ruben Neves. As well. So some familiar names we could be going up against. Do you know, we are the most northernly side in this tournament. Out of every single side. In terms of northernly on the globe. The most northern side. How good is that? Proper Manx. Manx. Proper northerners. Alright, mate. From up north, we are. I don't know why that's not even Manx. Sounded like Yorkshire, but still up north. But, yeah, the most northernly side. I think I've got the most southerly. I think it's Auckland. I think. Got all sorts of mad facts here for you around the FIFA Club World Cup. Pep Guardiola and Carlo Ancelotti have won both have won it more than once, which is the only 2 managers to do that. Both have lifted the trophy 4 times. Guardiola has won the FIFA Club World Cup across 3 different clubs. Barcelona in 2009, 2000 and 2011, with Bayern in 2013 and City in 2023. So Guardiola looking for his 5th Club World Cup. And this is Messi's 5th Club World Cup as well. And he's won all 4 prior to this. I don't think he stands much of a chance this time, considering he's at Inter Miami, but still. It's a good ball from Reinders, but it's a little bit sloppy. I must admit, Ryan Cherky's touch has been a bit off, to be honest. But here we go. Here we go. That's better. That wasn't easy to control. That was really good from Ryan Cherky. Not easy. Doku fired it into his bollocks. Controlled it firmly with his right testicle. Brilliant Tessie work there from Ryan Cherky. He's got the ball again. Lovely. Oh, nearly finds Savinio, but we've won a corner. We've won a corner. And there's a road. Camera just changed to a road. It's not that empty, is it? It's definitely got empty seats, but that's not that bad, that, for an attendance. Compared to Chelsea, it was rubbish. Chelsea, wasn't it? It was like dead. But City get a corner. Foden about to deliver the ball in. Will it be a cleared? Ball in. Goal! Ball in. Goal! Jeremy Doku makes it 2-0 Manchester City. Can you believe it? Ball in, not cleared. Ball in, not cleared. Ball in. Goal! And it's Jeremy Doku who scores with his foot inside the 6-yard box from a corner. You don't see that. Who would have thought that? That's shit defending, mate. That's some of the shittest back post defending you'll ever see in your life. And he didn't give a shit about it either. Whoever that guy was, he didn't give a solitary shit about that job that he had. You got one job there, mate. Just make sure you attack the ball. Attack the ball. He just stood there like a lemon and just like, I'll swing at this. I'll have a swing. Doku nips in front of him, stabs it with the outside of his left boot on the volley. Met first time from the Phil Foden corner. And whoever that number 14 was, he didn't give a shit. He just stood there with that. I didn't want to do that job anyway. Shouldn't have asked me to do it. I am not a back post defender. Don't ever make me do that ever again. 2-0 City. What a shit bit of defending that was. And the manager's just like broken into like buckets of sweat as a result of that. It's pretty hot. But yeah, Jeremy Doku 2-0. Buzzing. He didn't gritty. I kind of wanted him to, actually. He's in America. That's where the gritty came from. Maybe he's like a bit worried. Like, oh shit, copyright. Gonna get sued. 10-0 City Harry's going for. He's been good. He's been good, mate. I think he's been good. And also, looking forward to this. These things, man. I'm glad you brought that up, Fellaini. I'm glad you brought that up because these are the little details that I just don't think get appreciated. And they always go under the radar. And we'll never know. We'll never know. As fans, excuse me, we don't get the insight into the importance of these coaches. And, you know, Savinio, brilliant. To the byline, took his too long there. Did the hard work, beat the fullback, and then took ages to get the crossing, Savinio, and had it taken off him. But yeah, the coaches, the assistant manager, the goalkeeper coach, the physio, like these guys, man, they're so important to the overall success. And if you bring in 2 or 3 that can just raise the attitude, not just raise the quality of coaching, which is obviously priority number 1, bringing in a coach that can coach, shock horror, that should be the priority. But if they've got a good attitude that comes with it, they bring smiles to the faces of the players on a day-to-day basis, you know. The kit man, you know, can he bring, because obviously there was Brandon, wasn't it, the previous kit man? He often brought smiles to the faces of the City players. I'm not saying he's the reason why City didn't win the league last year, because Brandon the kit man ended up leaving. That's a ridiculous thing to say. But you know what I mean? There is so much importance and underrated importance placed on these names that, like, Kolo Touré's come. Oh, I thought that was 2-1 then. Edison was scrambling. Kolo Touré's in. Pep Linders is in. I don't think we're getting Fernandinho by the sounds of it, but there was a lot of talk in the previous season that we were meant to be getting Fernandinho. maybe I think it's come down to a family decision that him and his family chose to not live in Manchester again, which is a shame because I think Fernandinho would bring a lot of expertise and a lot of experience to the dressing room. And I think that I know a lot of people have a problem with Gundogan on the pitch, calling him an unk and all that, blah, blah, blah. I just think Gundogan's going to bring a level of experience in the dressing room and on a day-to-day basis in the training ground that is very much worthwhile having him around. You know, Savinho, dink to the back post. Jeremy Doku! Over the bar. Could have done better there because I didn't think like he's laughing at himself. I think he's calling himself a 50p head. But Savinho with a turn of speed there. And it's good to see him use his right foot confidently and got a good cross in there with his weaker foot there. I always forget Ryan, mate. I'm sorry. Done it again. But yeah, man. Pep Linders. I'm excited. Apologies, everybody. Kovacic isn't playing. Fucking Kovacic. That knobhead. 3 minutes of injury time. 3? Where'd you get 3 from? Referee's having a good time. Want 3 more minutes, please. Amrabat does. Oh, gets the cross in. Bit of back post defending to do for Rico, and he does it well. Gets it down the line to Savinho, who slows it down. There's the whole feel of the game. They look tired, man. All of them. Both sides look like they've gone through a couple of rounds here. But Reinders thinks, I'm not tired, mate. I'm having a shot. And it's blocked. But he came forward then. He's been speaking confidently in his interviews as well. Ryan Cherky's been speaking really confidently. Ryan Aït-Nouri, haven't heard much from him. Bits of confident stuff from him, but not much. But Reinders said, I'm always fit. I was like, mate, don't say that. That's like absolutely asking for it. Jinxing yourself, man. I can't believe he said that. It was really confident stuff like, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm going to bring this to the side. And another bonus is I'm always fit. Like, good, if that's true, which seemingly it is true. He's got a very good injury record, but it's like, don't say it. Anything could happen. The fact that you've said that now, it's like you're asking for trouble, aren't you? Like, but yeah, he looked fit when he was running up that pitch then. Everyone else looked tired, but he looked like he had a bag full of energy to go. Vita Hayes just gets it to Ederson. I've not been convinced by Vita Hayes. I remember he played, was it against Plymouth at the last season? He was a little bit, I think he needs some time in the oven. There goes the half-time whistle. 2-0. Plenty of complaints in the first half from City fans, which is odd, considering we're winning the game. Yeah, man, exactly. Give him some time. 100%. The new signings in particular, but I think time needs to be given to players that have been here already, because I think people, if you mean new, like brand new, like Ryan Cherky, Reinders, and obviously Ryan Aït-Nouri's not even played. But I think Marmoush, Vita Hayes, Husanov, who's not playing, Nico Gonzalez, I think they're still in the same bracket of giving them time. I think give them till at least the end of next season before we judge them. And Ryan Cherky, this is Savinho's second season. I think Savinho's now, because he didn't sign in January, he signed in last summer. Now is the time to start like upping your game. I'm not saying it's like, right, you should now be the perfect player, Savinho, and you should be like delivering at a level that's like Phil Foden or Kevin De Bruyne or those types of players, but he should definitely be upping his game, Savinho, now. And I'm talking output, G&A, because it's nowhere near good enough from Savinho last season. In particular, the G part of the G&A. He needs to get some goals because he had so many opportunities last season that he's poor finishing from Savinho last season. And he needs to work on that. And if he can improve on that aspect of his game, because he's so lethal in one-on-one situations, so dangerous, and gets himself into such promising positions and then just wastes it. I think Doku has upped his game. I think his G&A has actually gone up a level. And I think he needs to still keep growing. So much room for Jeremy Doku to still grow. But I mean, I was speaking to my dad earlier today, actually, when we were talking about Jeremy Doku. And I said, the only enemy on the pitch for Jeremy Doku is Jeremy Doku. There's no other enemy on the pitch. There's no one can stop him. He's untouchable. He's the most devastating player in the world, and he is his own worst enemy. You know, he beats the player every time. Like 9 times out of 10, the fullback is beaten. He'll get to the byline. He'll get time to get a delivery in, and then he'll get it wrong. Too often. Still, definite improvement since he first signed. He's definitely been working on it, but I still want to see it go up a notch. Same for Savinho on the other side. I want to see it go up a notch. And if those two can start delivering, I want 15 G&A from both of them. Both of them. 30 between the two of them. That's a massive upgrade. And it's quite a big ask, but I think it's a fair ask at this point. I'm not asking for the world. I think it's reasonable, you know, for those two types of players. And I think they're more than capable of delivering. But I need to sort out I'm going to try and put it on Sky, but I need to go behind the monitors to do this because it's HDMI cables and stuff. So bear with me. I also need a Wii. Where's the... Right, bear with me. Bear with me. What am I doing here? Doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Well, it's not that crazy. It's just a cable, Johnny. It's just a cable. Let's not dramatise every fucking thing in the world, shall we? Right, you're plugged in. Got a little glimpse of the chair. Right, Channel 5, what you saying? What you saying, Channel 5? It's on. Going for a pee. Be back in uno momento. Oh my God. Sorry. goal that from Doku. It was a good goal. That's the ref view, isn't it? It's bloody boiling in here, man. Absolutely roasting. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Please hit the like button. And subscribe if you're new as well. I'm going to have a cheeky glass of red. No way. No way. Is that true? Is that breaking news, that, right now? Does it really? No, I actually like the socks. I'm so glad we're wearing sky blue socks with the kit, because I hate the home kit with navy blue, dark blue. I don't know why. I've always had a problem with it. You know, last season's kit, I hated it. Like, I didn't like the dark blue collar and the dark blue trim. I love the white part of the city sky blue. And this kit, for me, I'm all about it. And I thought they were going to wear dark blue socks with it, but thankfully they're wearing the sky blue socks, so that looks to be our home kit. And I like it. I like it. It looks good. It's the sort of kit that looks like it could lift a Premier League title, to be honest. Oh, it's a bit fucking sharp, that one. Yeah, I like it, man. Cheers, Eugene. Big up, Big M. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, so I'll tell you what happened as well at hospital. Like, when I nearly, like, let's not dramatise it too much, but I genuinely did nearly die. Like, the paramedics saved my life. But I've got all sorts of appointments coming up now. I'm on a waiting list, which is really annoying as well, because it's like, I've got a long wait to find out what caused the anaphylactic shock. Those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, I went into anaphylactic shock a couple of weeks ago now. Like, it was a Thursday, I remember that. It wasn't last Thursday, the Thursday before. And I now have to go on a waiting list to see a proper immunologist. And to the point where I might go private to actually get it sorted. But it's like 500 quid minimum to just to get, like, it looked at. And then it's probably double that to get the tests done properly. So like £1,000, and I'm on a waiting list. So it's like, it would be annoying if I went private and then the NHS said, oh, by the way, we've got an appointment for you like 2 weeks later. So I'm like, don't I spend a load of money just to have peace of mind? You know, I don't know. It's annoying. But I need to figure out what the hell it was that caused it. But I've got my suspicions, because there is such a thing as, people are going to be like, bullshit, right? But Google it. Trust me. Go to the anaphylaxis website in the UK anaphylaxis website, where it's all the information about it. There is genuinely such a thing as exercise-induced anaphylactic shock. So I could be allergic to exercise. Fucking stupid, man. So stupid. Like, oh yeah, just a perfectly good excuse to get nice and fat. I can't be arsed anymore. You know what I mean? But there is two types of exercise-induced anaphylactic shock. There is the standalone version of exercise-induced anaphylactic shock. I'm going to just call it exercise-induced from now on. There's the standalone version where just the exercise can trigger it at any point. You know, regardless of anything else, just the exercise. Then there's the exercise-induced that's food triggered or consumption triggered, something that triggers it. So it's something you ate or consumed before you exercise, then triggered it. So it's like a concoction of things, like a recipe of mad shit. Now, I have eaten nuts in my life, many, many nuts. I'm a big nut devourer. I've had plenty of nuts in my life. These nuts. But I've I don't think I've ever had them right before a game of football, which is what I did do on Thursday. I had a Tesco little box of like almonds and walnuts and also a bit of cranberry in there. Very unusual. I don't really eat nuts before football. I had a box of them. I also had some ibuprofen before football, which is something I don't think I've done before. But also, I've had ibuprofen many, many times in my life. So nuts on their own has been no problem for me. Ibuprofen on their own has never been a problem for me. But it could be ibuprofen plus nuts plus football equals death. Fuck's sake. So I don't know how to live anymore. You know what I mean? I've not played football since. I've not done any exercise since because I'm scared. I'm scared I'm going to like just go turn my face into a bag of flumps. Do you know what I mean? Like a big fat bag of marshmallow face. Sorry to anyone who's had anaphylaxis because it's serious. And I mean, I'm making it sound like it's not that serious. To people have lost their lives, man, to it. But yeah, the paramedics turned up within 2 minutes. So anyway, I was playing football and with like 5 minutes to go, I got this itch. Man, I got this itch that I can't describe it to you. It started off with like, oh, that's like, oh yeah, a bit itchy there. Oh yeah, a bit itchy. And then it was like, woomph. Within like 30 seconds, it was like fire. I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, and like, my scalp was like, I was just doing this. I was just like, oh my God. And it was so satisfying, like the most satisfying scratch you've ever had, but it was everywhere. So where I wasn't scratching was awful, but where I was scratching was like so satisfying. So I went in net. That's what you do, don't you? When you play, it was five-a-side, so that's what you do. Anyone who knows about injuries during five-a-side, the first thing you do is you go in net. Fixes everything. Made a couple of saves as well with a swollen face. Like, well, I don't think my face was swollen at that point, but I was definitely like flaring up. Made a couple of saves, went in net, couple of saves, like, couple of saves. Then they called the game, and I was just like, guys, I think I need to go. I need to go and like have some antihistamines or something, as if that was going to do anything. Got in the car, burnt it home. Luckily, I live like 2 minutes away from the pitch that I was playing on. 2 minutes away. Got home, like smashed into the door. The worst thing about this story is my lad was there. He saw it. Like he saw my whole reaction. And at this point, I got into the car at the car park at the football pitch, and I pulled down my visor, and I remember just looking at my face in the visor, and I could just see like my lips visibly growing, like in front of my eyes. I was like, my face is growing in front of me. My face is literally going like that, and I was like, what the fuck? So I just went, sped home, smashed the door in. My lad must have seen his dad looking like wearing a mask, like looking like a monster. He ran upstairs like really upset. That's the worst thing about it. I asked the missus to call an ambulance straight away. I was like, call an ambulance like that. And I was like popping antihistamines, wasn't doing shit. And then my throat went, and my throat just started to fill up, and I was like struggling to breathe. My nose was the respite, and I could just get like a little bit through one of my nostrils, and that was like, and that was getting the breath in. And that's what kept me going for a bit. And then the paramedics came in. At this point, I was just like sat down, shivering, like shuddering, just like I lost consciousness. I was out cold at that point. And then the paramedics were like bringing me back with these pens. They'd put one pen in my thigh, and apparently that wasn't enough. Put another pen in my other thigh, and then I started to like wake up a little bit, and then my throat started to like open up a little bit, and it was like, and then within like 15 minutes, I was like, right. And the first thing I said to the paramedic was like, "Am I gonna die?" Like that. I'm big up to the paramedic, but he wasn't very good at calming me down, because he was like, not on my watch, is what he said. Not on my watch. But in 26 years, I've never had to use 2 of these pens. I've only ever had to use 1. I've never seen an attack like this. So he didn't fill me with confidence, but he saved my life regardless. But he made me shit myself in the process, because the words he chose, I was like, what? Like, I really like panicked. Anyway, got into the hospital. And from that point onwards, I was recovering. I was fine after that. You know, everything was uphill from that point onwards, and like, much better after that. But absolute craziness. And now I've got these pens that are downstairs, to be honest. They should be nearby, but I've got these pens that I've got to look after and take with me to places. So yeah, absolute craziness. So just awareness for people that have never seen anaphylactic shock. It's something you hear about it all the time, like, you're not allowed nuts on planes, and I like nuts. And like, you're like, oh, why? Like, oh, allergies to nuts. Like, oh, I never really thought of it as a problem. Like, you hear about it, like people like their faces go big. And I was like, yeah, a bit dismissive, to be honest. But when obviously, selfishly, when it happens to you, you're like, oh, right, it's a real thing. You need to take it seriously. Oh, okay. Right. So, yeah, I've very much had my eyes open. Well, I didn't actually. My eyes got very much closed at the time. But since then, they became open to the situation. That's the guy on my thumbnail. Top goal scorer. Rai, I think his name is. Making some substitutions, Wydad. Yeah, I'm all good now. I'm all good. But I just thought I'd explain what actually happened, because I never really went into detail with anyone about what it was. I just thought I'd... And the photo you guys saw as well, apparently that was like a really good-looking version of what the original version that came home, because the missus was just like, I thought it was someone else for a split second. Madness. Second half's about to get underway. We're off on Channel 5 as well, so hopefully it's as close to the action as possible. And thank you for the kind words, by the way, everybody. I know some of you are doing it now as well. Really, I remember you. Steve. Yeah, bit dramatic. I do love a bit of drama. We had a bit of drama changing an HDMI cable, so fucking hell, mate. If I'm losing my head over changing an HDMI cable, what the fuck do you think I'm going to do with an anaphylactic shock? I'm going to piss my pants, quite literally. Anaphylactic shock, it does that to you. Let me tell you. It's not good. Anyway, Steve. Getting defended. Big up, everyone. Thanks very much. Honestly, the post that I did, and you guys were so nice. So nice. It blew me away. Honestly, I really was like, heartwarming stuff. Really, really good. But yeah, 2-0 City. No substitutes made by City. Shot came in there from Wydad from about 40 yards, and it trickled past the post. America. Look at that landscape. I want to go. Never been to America in all my life. I really want to go. Do you know where I really want to go? And I think some Americans might be like, you're an idiot for saying it, but I really want to go Canada. I don't know why. It just looks like my sort of scene. Like a nice forest. Shot over the bar by some bloke who plays for Wydad, Lorch. Need to go South Africa, yeah. Give it a whirl. Well, this is in Philadelphia, isn't it? Is that cracking of the Liberty Bell? I think I'm right. Cracking of the Liberty Bell was in Philly, I think. I don't know. Big up to you, Mullet. Mullet's back. Not at the moment, no, yeah. So you don't want to go anywhere at the moment. It's kicking off everywhere, isn't it? Everywhere's kicking off. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be anywhere in the world right now. I would like to go to Canada. I really would. I think I would like to go to Canada. Yeah, I think I knew that. But Wydad just sounds better. Yeah, that's not ideal. Wydad are in here. City players want the offside, but Rico Lewis has blocked the cross. They want offside as well, and they're not happy. They're all throwing their arms at the linesman there. That was a good run by Cherky, that. Wasn't found by Savini. Needs to open his eyes a little bit, because Cherky was in there. He went on the overlap down the right side. It was not a difficult ball either. Marmoush fires one in that's a little bit underwhelming. But Savinho gets it back after Phil Foden brings it under his spell. No subs yet, mate. I thought with the army of substitutions we've got on the bench that we might see it. Normally in pre-season, it's like 10 substitutions at half-time. For a pre-season game, normally. But like I said, the club have to take this seriously. Pep has to take this seriously because there's big money up for grabs. Reinders gets a pass all wrong there, but we've got it back. Savinho onto his right foot. It's a good bit of defending again. It's going to be a corner though. He's getting a bit of joy when he goes onto that right foot. Savinho, I'm hoping he's been working on it because we saw a good cross in the first half when he sprinted to the byline. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Ball in. Oh, Vita Heiss over the bar. Near post header. Gets it all wrong. Bit of a 50p head. Could have done better there. But a great delivery. It was that Foden. His deliveries are... I swear, last season we saw Kevin De Bruyne take way too many corners in that final half of the season. I love the guy, but De Bruyne's corners are not that dangerous. Whereas Foden... He's the one who whipped that ball in for John Stones away at Wolves. Who remembers that? 96th minute winner at the beginning of the season before we realised how bad the season was going to be. Yeah, that was a moment. That was a great ball in from Foden. Again, another one. Kind of similar to the one I just described at Wolves. This time it was Vita Heiss getting on the end of it, but over the bar. Yeah. Apparently, your body... When you exercise, your whole body just changes. Like, the digestive system just changes. Like, and scientists don't really know why your digestive system would change. They get why your bloodstream would change and, like, your capillaries go more open to let blood flow through your body. Your heart beats quicker. That's all well understood. But apparently, your digestive system also changes when you exercise. So if you consume something that you are not allergic to in everyday life because you're not exercising and your body's not operating in exercise mode, your digestive system's very much used to it. But then you consume certain foods, it can be triggered by the exercise. But there's no confirmation of that. I'm just guessing. So, do you know what's weird about it as well? 10 years ago, we're talking a decade, like when I just met the missus, I had an itch attack when I was playing football because I thought it could be like, because I play on right now I'm playing on a 4G pitch with these little black bits of rubber, you know, this artificial grass outside. But 10 years ago I was playing indoors on a wooden pitch on one of those indoor five-a-side like football pitches. He's got to be offside there, Jeremy Doku, but he's got the ball. Offside flag goes up. So I thought maybe it was the bits of rubber. Maybe I'm allergic to that. I've been playing on it for a couple of years now, that particular pitch. So can't be that. And I also, 10 years ago, I got this itch attack, but I did not go into anaphylactic shock. I just went home. I was driving home and I was like, I'm itchy all over. And I put it down to the fabric softener. I thought maybe it's just some random, because the missus said, I have got a new fabric softener. I was like, well, don't buy that again. And I blamed it on that. But maybe it was a little sign. Maybe it was that. Maybe it had some nuts, and it was like a little warning. My body was like, "You're getting close to anaphylactic shock." But this was 10 years ago, definitely like a decade ago. And then 10 years later, I just happened to have a box of nuts and play football, and boom. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Big up to you again, Mullet Daddy. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Really kind. For the World Cup, go to Mexico, not the US. An amazing place with amazing people. I went in January. You need Hep B and, what is that, typhoid's shots, but it's worth it not to be surrounded by Yanks calling it soccer. No, man, I do like the American population is very much getting on board with calling it football. You know what I mean? I do think that. But yeah, I think there is still the vast majority of people that call it soccer. But yeah, I've never been to that part of the world. The only place I've ever been outside of Europe is Egypt and Israel. And I got kidnapped by a bloke on a camel in Egypt. Or attempted kidnapping. Some of you might have heard that story. But yeah, that was a mad one. That was a proper mad one. I went from Cyprus, so I've got family who live in Cyprus, and then went to a... Oh, give it away, Doku, come on, Jeremy. Oh, it's a save. The keeper pissing about with it. Pissing about with it, that keeper. And Marmoush flew in. Actually missed it, Marmoush. But then the pass still ends up being a problem, because it was a poor touch by the defender he passed it to, and Doku nips it, and he telegraphed what he was going to do there, Jeremy Doku, actually. And he opened his body up like, I'm going to whip this in that far corner. And the keeper read it, drops down, saves it, and Doku probably should have made that 3-0. Near post. Oh, I can hear my little girl crying. I think she's just fallen over. That's a bit shit. Yeah, I want to go to America or Mexico, to be honest. Mexico City. Everyone loves it. Apparently there's like no regard for health and safety in Mexico. Like everyone's just like doesn't give a shit. Like headbangers everywhere. Yeah, I thought that. But it was like in like ridiculous itch. It wasn't just prickly heat because it was like all over my... And I came up with like hives, like little red lumps on my body. That was the 10 years ago, like little bumps all over my body. So it wasn't just prickly heat. I know what you mean though. But anyway. It's on my mind. I'm trying to not talk about it because it's boring. I'm here and I'm alive. I need to move on. It's just like, you know, because I haven't figured out what it was. That's why it's like still in there. Once I know that it's like, if you have nuts and play football, you are putting your life in danger, then I'm fine. I'm like, right, okay, cool. I just don't have nuts before football. Then at least I can live a normal life again and not live in fear. Foden, shot block. Was that a handball? No. No one even claimed for it. That looked like a handball from Savinho, and it was. Handball. Actually, I didn't even know you were in the US, mate. I thought you were in the UK. Whereabouts in the US are you from, mate? Look the wrong way at a cop and you'll be in Mexico in no time. Is it dangerous? I'm sure you can find plenty of safe places to go. Are you in the US as well, Ryan? Big up, man. Cheers to the US fans watching. What does it say on there? It says... Tell me where that's from. Where's that from? Where's that phrase from, people? I drink and I know things. I don't know shit. And I don't drink that much either. Maybe why I don't know anything. Come on, people. Tell me where that phrase is from. Yeah, man. Gian's got it. Gian's got it. Yeah, man. What's his name now? I've forgotten his bloody name. Tyrion, that's it. Lannister. Tyrion Lannister. Always pays his debts. Do you reckon we're going to hear about the 115 charges before the end of the season? Before the start of the new season, rather. I really hope we do. I do not want this to be dragging over to next season, because that's ridiculous. I imagine they're going to let it run through the FIFA Club World Cup. But again, it's like, it's FIFA. Why do the Premier League give a shit about FIFA's image? You know? And also, by the way, people keep... I'm 90% certain, you're going to have to correct me in the chat if I'm wrong here. And I need to investigate this thoroughly. But I read that people... You know how people are talking about City are spending money? And therefore they're planning for the worst case scenario of a transfer embargo. Just bear with me 1 second. Savinho, that's a foul, is it? It's a corner or a foul? It's a goal kick. Savinho's face is like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Anyway, substitutions. Bobberino is coming on. Oscar Bobberino. Haalandinho and Rodrinho is coming on. Chirquinho's coming off. Fodenino is coming off. Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob. Anyway, people are saying about the 115 charges that the transfer, that they're spending this money because they are planning for an upcoming transfer embargo. So bringing in the players because we are going to have to go through a couple of transfer windows where we are not allowed to buy anybody. So therefore we need to buy now. That's what people are saying. But I'm almost certain that only FIFA can impose a transfer embargo. I don't think that's within the jurisdiction of the Premier League. I don't think, and this is what the case is about. The Premier League versus Manchester City. This is not FIFA. I still to this day, and you know, they don't even engage. Anyone who says to you, "Oh, it's the FA," anyone who says the FA, don't listen to them because they haven't read a fucking thing. They don't know what they're talking about because it's not the FA. It's the Premier League versus Manchester City. It's not the FA. It's not FIFA. You know, and apparently only FIFA can impose a transfer embargo. So that theory is a load of shit, to be honest. Because the Premier League can't impose a transfer. Now, that's what I've been told. I may be wrong in that. I need to investigate that. But from what I'm aware of, the Premier League can't do that. So if that's the case, then that theory that Manchester City is still guilty and that's why we're buying who we're buying, that's what helps people sleep at night. That's not true. So, what super chat have I missed? I have. I've been to America, India, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and most of Europe. Mexico is the best by a mile, unless you struggle with humidity. I do struggle with humidity, but you're not the first to have told me that, Mullet. I've heard a lot of people say Mexico's amazing. It's just like energy. A big ball of energy is how I've had it described to me. Rio de Janeiro as well. Did you know speaking of Rio de Janeiro, I think there's 3 sides from Rio de Janeiro in this tournament. You know what I mean? I think there's 4 from Brazil and 3 sides in the FIFA Club World Cup from one city, which is crazy. Haaland's on the pitch, which is good to see. But big up to you, Mullet. Thank you very much for the super chat. Saudi Arabia as well. I'm curious about that. But ball in for not for Saudi Arabia. Nathan Ake. Oh, he's limping. He's limping. He's just. He cleared such an innocuous little cross. It was like such a slow, pathetic cross, and he's injured. Come on, man. Is he all right? I think he's all right. He's just limping. He's always injured, man. Nathan Ake and John Stones. Paper mache defenders. Ball in near post. Flicked on. Cleared by Vita Hayes, but not entirely. It's going to be another corner, is it? Unless Savinho can keep it out. Yeah, it's another corner. Super chat, please. Yeah, sorry, Mullet, mate. I'm sorry, mate. I wish I could refund. There should be a refund option, shouldn't there? There should be a refund. I should be able to go right-click, refund. Do you know what I mean? Like, what if I hated what you said? It's like, oh, I've got to read it out because you paid. Right-click, refund. I refuse to say those words. Or I end up missing it and you had to send me a reminder, which is awful, awful YouTube practice. Terrible. I should be able to refund you. I think that needs to be a thing. I think it'd be good. Bloke's got his tits out over there. Guy in a yellow hoodie. Fucking hell, mate. Everyone's sweating. Guy in a hoodie. This second half has been shite. Not going to lie. It's been a really underwhelming half. I mean, if that was true, I'd be a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? You know the game's boring. Oh, look, the one City fan. There's a guy in a City shirt surrounded by Wydad fans, and he looks like this isn't it. To be fair, it's not. I get the impression it's not like in England where if you breathe the wrong word for the opposition, then you get your head kicked in. I don't think it's that sort of tournament, really. And the World Cup's never been like that, as in the International World Cup, the National Tournament World Cup. It's never been like that. You often see fans of differing nations sat next to each other. Do you know what? One of the derbies in the UK has made me always feel like there's not much hostility there, like Everton and Liverpool. Because they see themselves as a nation, don't they? Scousers, like Liverpool and Everton. Liverpool as a city see themselves as like not part of the UK. So they're very much like in bed with with each other, Liverpool and Everton. To the point where you've seen over the years, we've seen so many Liverpool and Everton fans sit next to each other in derbies. It's no problem. It's like you just don't, even City and United, like you don't see that. You just don't see it at all. I find it odd. I certainly don't want people kicking off and battering each other because someone's got a ticket, but like still, you know what I mean. I know they do, man. I know they do, Andy. But it's like, it's not to the level of other derbies. I don't feel like that hatred is quite as bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Celtic and Rangers derby, like obviously that's outside of England, but like the hatred there is like unreal. Like there's no way it's like would happen where they'd sit next to each other in the stadium. It doesn't happen. You wouldn't see City and United fans sitting next to each other. We're going to see a Sunderland and Newcastle derby later into this season. I'm looking forward to that because that's always a feisty derby. I don't think you'd see them sitting next to each other in the stadium, but I've seen it many times. Everton and Liverpool sitting next to each other. And I've seen it where goals have gone in and like the Liverpool fans like got the Everton fan like in a headlock jokingly, like, hey, 1-0, like that. And it's like, mate, that's not acceptable. Like, that's unacceptable. Anyway, I'm really interested in to see how Rodri plays because he's on the pitch, and we need to be talking about that because he's on the pitch and he's putting a good ball there to Rico Lewis, who tried to find Haaland but gave it away. But Rodri's now pulling some strings in midfield, and it is alongside to Jonny Reinders as well. So there's a little taster for what's to come next season. Rodri's giving away a free kick here. I think he wanted the free kick himself. He's not happy with the referee. Has anyone got like a cautious eye on Rodri? From the point of view that the injury was so severe, when your ACL goes, it's like, do you come back the exact same player that you were when you left, when you got the injury, before the injury? I'm hoping it's like barely a difference and we don't see any difference in Rodri. And it just comes back and he's the same Ballon d'Or winning Rodri that left us last season. I'm just a little bit like, keep one eye on him. I'm hoping it's like he's still got the same... He was never mobile, was he? He was not like Mr. Athletic. He wasn't the guy who could cover 100 metres in 8 seconds or anything like that. You know what I mean? I mean, no one does that. But do you know what I mean? He wasn't Mr. Speedy. But he wasn't slow. I think people underestimated how much ground he could actually cover because he's got a big stride And I'm hoping he's still got it. You know what I mean? He's still got that ability to cover ground and do the job that he did in the Ballon d'Or winning season. But he strikes me as the type to have the work ethic to get back to a level of fitness that's, you know, really, really good. And hopefully we can continue. But a little bit of a water break here because a Wydad player's gone down. Pep's wiping his head because he's covered in sweat. You've got to be cautious of the heat out there. If the manager stood there doing nothing and he's sweating buckets, those players out there must be absolutely dripping. Yeah, I'm with you there, Mullet. It's all fun. I live with a United fan. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of the reason will be for why Liverpool and Everton are like sitting next to each other is because their families are like they've got Liverpool and Everton fans in the same family. My missus is a United fan. You know, we get on, but on Derby Day, you know what I mean? See you later. Off you go. You go your way, I go my way. It's Derby Day. Do you understand? It's Derby Day. And then after that, we give each other a dodgy look. Like that. And then we back to normal. That's it. Simple as that. But you do not. I'm not getting it. She gave me a ticket. Like, do you want to sit next to me at Old Trafford? No. No, I do not want to sit next to you at Old Trafford in a derby. No, I don't. 20 minutes to go. Taking my socks off because it's too hot. People are you upset by that, Thalani? I'm all right with it, mate. I'm all right. No, she dislikes every video. Every video. She watches it for 1 second to harm the algorithm and then dislikes it. Every time. Nah, she doesn't watch me. She just doesn't watch me. I don't blame her, man. Would you, if you were a United fan, even if you cared about me and you were a United fan, would you actually watch me? Like, obviously you're City fans. I presume you are. I hope you are watching it. I mean, fucking, we had a secret scouser in here. You know, he might be watching now, actually. We had a secret scouser that I spent a year talking to as if he was a City fan. So, you know. Muslim Jerry, mate. What a name you've got, by the way. Muslim Jerry. That's a great name. Al Wasal versus Al Masir SC from the UAE is the best derby in the UAE. We hate each other so much. Al Wasal won the last and they started throwing rocks. Rocks? Rocks. Do you know what I mean? Not like coins or glasses, just rocks. Do you know what I mean? Like using Mother Earth, like using nature to harm the opposition. You know what I mean? Like not even a couple of coins or like a glass pot or anything, just rocks. Like, who's bringing in a bag of rocks? And where's the security? Like, what are they doing? Because there's no metal detector for that. You know what I mean? Like, because at City now, you've got to be like, open your arm, sir. Other side, sir. And you get full examination going into the Etihad Stadium. Edison just chilling there, just beating the press. Nice little touch from Edison. But yeah, you know, how are you going to stop a guy bringing in a bag of rocks? No way, rocks. Jeff's in the house. Driving back home from a family vacation, just wanted to pop in to say hi. Good to be back. Hope all is well. Big up, Jeff, mate. All is good, Jeff. All is good, mate. How are you? Where have you been? Tell me about your vacation. Sounds exciting, mate. Mullet says hi. good to see everyone's like buzzing to see Trev. Yeah, sorry, yeah, Captain Kringles. Scouser. Is he watching? He's not watching. Don't blame him, mate. FIFA Club World Cup and his side's not watching. He's probably busy having a wank over Florian Wirtz somewhere. Rico Lewis. Go on, into Haaland. Nice touch. Haaland! Oh, it's over the bar. Controls it with the studs of his boot. Like pushes it a little bit just in front of him to give him that step. To step onto it and whip it with his left foot. And he gets a bit too much elevation on it and over the bar. But good bit of play from Rico Lewis. Good bit of play. I love that touch from Haaland, by the way. That's first-class touch. The finish was poor. A good couple of yards over the bar. But I'm telling you right now, that touch was like, yeah. That's how you get yourself a yard of space to get the shot away. Did exactly that. And over the bar it goes, though. My dad told me he took the old footy fan train down to Millwall in the 70s and a fella had a shotgun inside his coat. Imagine that. Off to Millwall, mate. Just feel like shooting someone. Bit of football, innit? Filling someone with a bit of lead for football. Plato or plomo. Bit of lead, please. Fucking Millwall, mate. They're mad bastards, aren't they? They got banned. I think we got banned from their stadium. It all kicked off with us. You know, when we were down in League One with them. We were not. I think we got banned. Come on. There's definitely an old timer that was there when I was going to the games in, what, 99? We got banned. Was it Millwall got banned from Main Road? Or we got banned... Is it the Dell? I think it's the Dell, isn't it? That's the name of their ground. But or both. I think we both got banned from each other. Like the City fans, like we're saying, like Millwall fans are dodgy, like they are. But we've got a rough group. We've got a couple of ruffians in our fan base. Lovely turn by Rodri. Rode the tackle, chops it onto his right foot. Lovely little, oh, he put a bit too much onto it, but the vision was there. You could see what he was trying to do, trying to find Oscar Bob. Little smirk from Rodri. City. The eldest supports City. The youngest doesn't have a clue. But tell you what, she's got a left foot on her. She has got a left foot on her. I was playing football with her, man, and she's the son I've always wanted. That was harsh. Nah, man. I can see she's like good at football, man. She's got a proper left foot on her. My son's like a genius. Like he's like a proper intellectual person. Like football's beneath him, and good for him, man. He's better than football. He's too smart for football, man. He's a fucking genius, my lad. Nothing like me. I don't know where he gets it from. I'm a fucking moron, mate. I'm an idiot. Got no intellectual ability whatsoever, but he is like top of the class in all of his like subjects. He's 8, so do you know what I mean? There's still plenty of time for it to go wrong, but still, very much a clever lad. Whereas the newer little girl we've got in the family is, she's got a proper left foot on her. And anyone with a left foot. Left foots. What is it about left footers? Why do they have like rockets? Why don't right foot players have like rockets? Do you know what I mean? Like, remember Michael Tarnat? Who remembers Michael Tarnat? A blast from the past right there. That goal away at Blackburn in the red and black kit, that free kick from about 95 yards. Like, ridiculous goal from Michael Tarnat. Kolarov, beast. Nicholas Jensen, volley against Leeds. With a Nicholas Anelka cross, left foot volley, bang, into that bottom corner. And then other left, obviously Messi, Gareth Bale, John Arne-Risa. The left footers, man. What is it with left footers? They don't seem, they just seem to be a little bit above right footers. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man, Risa. Rivaldo, Petrov, yeah, man. Buzzing. Khalid, mate. You're an absolute legend, sir. And it's all to get a dig at Muslim Jerry. I love the war that's happening in the chat. A lot of what's been said about UAE football isn't... maybe you're not kicking off. I haven't actually read your super chat, but I kind of want it to be kicking off on Muslim Jerry. A lot of what's been being said about UAE football isn't accurate. Maybe try Googling it or even asking ChatGPT before... Oh, he's proper going in. Come on, Khalid, mate. Muslim Jerry... And you don't need to send a super chat. I'm going to keep an eye out for Muslim Jerry's response to that. You do not need to send a super chat, Muslim Jerry. Yeah, man. I'm here for it. We will be there. We will be there. 100%. Robin. What a shout. Yeah, man. Robin. Hulk. Yes. True. But is it like the names I've been saying? He's got a rocket. There are others. I mean, Rodri's got a rocket, hasn't he? Rodri's got an absolute thunder bastard of a right foot. Rodri has. Haaland. How are we talking about left footers and not saying Haaland? Do you know what I mean? Haaland, mate. What a left foot he's got. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Capitan. He really was, man. Like Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Like them fake little wannabe fraudulent ultras, when they're all just like, there's like 15 of them that like once they've finished, once they take off their black shirts in that little pocket of like the end at the Emirates Stadium where they're all like banging the drum, they take off their black shirts when they get on, and they put on another black shirts. It's just got a golden end there, and they start flipping fucking burgers. Do you know what I mean? Like the fucking bad men that are Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Fucking dickheads. Anyway. Moving on. William, thanks for the super chat, mate. I finished reading Bert Troutman, legend, biography. What a player he was. I used to live near him. I used to be friends with his granddaughter, which is weird. Biography. What a player he was, from German paratrooper in World War II to English football hero playing with a broken neck. Yeah, man. Bert Troutman. If anyone doesn't know what it means to be like a warrior as a football player, then there's no one, I can't think of anyone that's got a bigger warrior association, a soldier, literally a soldier, but played football with a broken neck. You know, he dived at the ball, broke his neck, and then walked off like, yeah, it's a bit of a stinger. And there's me like scratching myself, like, oh, I've got an itch, oh, I'm gonna die, anaphylactic shock. Oh. You know what I mean? He's there like broken neck making saves, and I'm like bigging myself up for making saves with a fucking allergy attack. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Imagine the world nowadays. If we went to World War II nowadays, we'd all shit the bed. Can you imagine a bunch of TikTokers going to war? We'd all be fucked. We're all fucking losing that war. No chance, mate. Bert Troutman was, this is a fucking man. You know what I mean? That's the definition of a man. That is a man. You know what I mean? Men don't like that. They don't exist. I firmly do not put myself in that bracket, by the way. I'm very much not in the bracket of Bert Troutman. But fuck me, man. Playing with a broken neck. That's what it's all about. That's insane. That is insane. Oh shit, where is it? I haven't said anything bad about UAE football. It's just Al Nassr fans being crybabies because we beat them in the derby. Khalid, mate. Khalid, it's kicking off, Khalid. What are we doing here now, Khalid? Do not send me a super chat to respond. I want Mullet to be... Without super chatting yourself, Mullet, by the way. It's kicking off, Khalid. There you go. He's not having any of it, mate. It's all kicking off, man. Fucking big words, man. Anyway, there's a game of football happening. It's been so shit this second half. It's been such a bad second half. But I'm enjoying the beef that's going on. And I absolutely am causing beef. I'm pretending to be like, come on, guys, calm down. Calm down. But in reality, I'm like... Yeah, you can definitely die from a broken neck as well, but I mean, I know what you mean. I appreciate the fact that you're bigging me up, but yeah, I know what you mean. You're looking after me, mate. Glacius, I appreciate you. But I can guarantee, regardless of the difference between a broken neck and anaphylactic shock, I can guarantee you right now that Bert Troutman is more of a man than I'll ever be. I can tell you that factually right now. I'm just stating that as a fact. 100%. And if you went to World War II, then... I went on a World War II movie spree like about a month ago where I watched like 8 World War II movies like in a row. I just like got this like weird like urge to watch World War II, man, and just like, don't know, it's eye-opening, isn't it? The missus has got a master's degree in history and studied World War II, so she knows what she's talking about as well. Type 1 for Khalid, type 2 for Muslim Jerry. Muslim Jerry's getting the first bit of love. And Mullet Danny's immediately going in there with Muslim Jerry as well. Khalid, mate, you're not going to stand for this shit. Yeah, man, Sagna. Do you know what, Khalid? Ice is not having any of it either. Yeah, it's been one of them, hasn't it, Jeffrey? It's definitely been one of them. I don't know, I've not been watching, mate. I've been too engrossed in this UAE war that's going on, the UAE derby. Thoughts on the game? It's been a really poor second half. I think the introduction from Rodri has been exciting to the point that he's on the pitch. He's been simplistic in his approach. He's not done anything like wow, but I mean it's of a position that you're like, you're not going to get much from that sort of position, are you? To be honest, but I do think he's come on and shown glimpses of Rodri. You know, I've still got one eye on the fact that, you know, athleticism concerns me. Haaland showed a beautiful touch when he came on. Oscar Bob's been quiet, not been able to impact the game too much. We've certainly not looked anywhere near as susceptible. The positive from a defensive point of view is in the first half, Wydad looked like they could score. And I don't think there was any clear-cut chance for them, but I do think there was like, little moments. Maybe they're going to get a goal in this game. But in the second half, there's nothing to worry about going the other way. It's just been quite underwhelming going forward from City because we've not been creative at all. And the substitutions haven't really changed anything in that regard either. Like the substitutions almost made the game go a bit stagnate. But I appreciate the fact that there was clearly an agenda in that comment as well. Like, are you going to talk about the game anytime soon? Oh, what a touch that was from Savinho. Lovely ball from Nico O'Reilly. Haaland lays it down. Reinders, he couldn't bring it with him. Haaland, that would have been a goal. That would have been it. If Reinders could have taken that with him. But a little touch round the corner on the touchline here from Savinho, round the corner to Nico O'Reilly. Great interception by Nathan Ake there because they were about to go one-on-one. Ooh. Red card coming straight out for Rico Lewis here. Rico Lewis is getting a red card. That's a weird one. FIFA Club World Cup red card. About to see it. You're about to see it. Rico Lewis is getting a red card. He's got it out. He's not actually dished it out. He's not actually given it, but it's in his hand. So you're wondering if the referee will change his mind, but Edison's about to knock him out by the looks of things. Red card, he's given it. I'm surprised. Rico Lewis has literally said how about 4 times since then. It looked like one of those, like both went in, both slid in. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not. He's. No, it looks so bad at the end. It's not. It's a grim one. Yeah, it's so shit because his right foot ends up on the jaw of the Wydad players. So when you kick someone in the jaw, that as a statement, you've kicked him in the jaw, is a red card, but he doesn't mean it. They both go sliding into each other like that. Bit of scissor action going on, basically. They go sliding in like that. Rico Lewis is cleanly, foot down, wins the ball, and then his foot ends up going into the face of the Wydad player. He doesn't mean it. It's a total accident. It's a freak moment, and I think it's a bit harsh. It's just so unfortunate, because you've got to consider the intent. When you're going in like that, if you're going in to hurt the player, then I get the red card. But he goes in for the ball, wins the ball, and then just the motion of his leg and the momentum of his body just takes him up. And VAR have said, no, continue, it's a red card. Obangs is the player. He's not happy. He's kicking off on Rico Lewis now, saying you've kicked me in the jaw. I can see his point. I can see both points. I'm not surprised VAR, they're not going to overturn that. I mean, what do you think, chat? What do you think, chat? Big up to you, Douglas. You're a legend, mate. 16 months member. Thank you so much. Having another look at this. Both get hurt. To be fair, the other player, Obang's leg goes flying into Rico Lewis. I don't know what the suspension rules are in the FIFA Club World Cup, but I presume he's now suspended for the FIFA Club World Cup. I mean, this is technically a competitive match. So, I mean, if that was to happen in, the final, how does that carry over? Does that go to the Champions League? Nunes has come on. I don't know who went off. But that's a weird one. Red card in the FIFA Club World Cup game. Oh, we haven't seen it. Pep's going mental. She's pretty, isn't she? That little assistant we've got. I had to say that quietly. Seems to be telling Pep what's what. Savinho off, Nunes on. We're into injury time now, so sure, imagine if we don't win this game. This would be ridiculous. Fellaini says red card. Dumb ref got in the way, not a red. Both. They did both go for it, Trig. I agree. Jerry's dropped a hot take. What was the word that I didn't know the plural of last season? Aline is just funded by the government and given all the players that want Al Wasl are one of the only teams who actually pay for our players, I'm guessing, for our own money. That's you could just swap that argument for Liverpool and City, couldn't you? Or Real Madrid and City. Real Madrid funded by the government. I mean, we're funded by a government, but it's your government, Muslim Jerry. Not our own government. But yeah, I know what you mean. Utter woke nonsense. 6 minutes of added time. What does it mean for Rico, though? Crowd is booing the ref. Not a red, says Scout 2. Absolute joke of a red. Yeah, he really could. I think you're right, Isa. That's a good point. Rico wasn't happy either. It was proper. Oh, lovely interception by Rodri. Sends Haaland away. Can we make it 3? Haaland, oh, it's saved. Using his right foot there. He should be finishing that, Haaland. It was brilliant. That's the Rodri right there. We've been missing that. The ability to read the game. And he just stepped in. Rodri. Intercepted by Rodri. Then he barges forward a good 5-10 yards and he slots in Haaland one-on-one. A very casual finish. A disappointing finish, that from Haaland. And it was followed up by a smirk that I'm like, mate, you should be burying it. You should be like, fuck's sake, why are you smiling at missing a one-on-one? Don't be smirking at that. Just don't like that. It's like when, you know, Klopp was the worst. Look at that. I didn't realise that. Superior player of the match. That's the name. It's not just player of the match. Superior player of the match is the title given. And it's given to Phil Foden, who is the superior player of the match. Superior. Superior player of the match. That's straight out of the Church book, that is. I reckon Church is calling man of the match. I reckon Church of the Poisoned Mind, he did the marketing campaign for this. Because every stream, he starts the stream with the word like gargantuan or galactic or sort of like, I don't know, some sort of word that requires a thesaurus. Like the gargantuan man of the match is Phil Foden. The biblical man of the match, Phil Foden. The superior man of the match. Why is he superior? It makes him sound like... And just man of the match does the job, really, doesn't it? It does the job. You know what I mean? It ain't broke, don't fix it. Why are you putting superior in front of it? Superior man of the match. You know. Is that it, Adrian? Just that one game against Al Ain. Nunes with the touch of a wardrobe wins the free kick though. I definitely don't. I like Nunes and I want him to be in the squad next season. I very much want him to be in the squad. I just don't want it to be he's our right back, like number one right back. We can't have that. I'd like to see him play there over the course of the season. I think he deserves minutes next season. I think he needs to come on for 20 minutes here and there, start games here and there next season, whether it be lesser opposition. There goes the full-time whistle, 2-0. Manchester City got the job done. 3 points on the board. It's what it is, you know, 3 points at the end of the day. I stopped the clock as well. That's mad, isn't it? Never stop the clock normally. But still, yeah, that's it, mate. We only had 10 men. Such a jib. But yeah, I agree. We deserved to win. The second half, there was nothing to worry about. Nothing to entertain us, really. Other than the Haaland chance was the biggest chance of the game. Well, the biggest chance of the half, rather. There's the superior player of the match, Phil Foden, who deserved his title, superior player of the match. His superior, fantastic, Mr. Magician, player of the match. That is what I want to see that handed out, Douglas. That needs to be handed out. Who is your inferior man of the match? Oh man, we've got to go there, Douglas. That is straight out of the. That's proper YouTube stuff. That is. We need to have that now. That's a thing now. We need to have that. Because everyone wants to hate somebody. Do you know what I mean? This fan base, every football fan base needs to hate somebody. At the minute, it's Bernardo Silva because he's been given the captain's armband at Manchester City. So let's hate him. You know what I mean? But I do think it would be fun to have an inferior player of the match. Like, who was the shittest today? Let's hand that title out. Who was the biggest shitbag today? So get in the chat and let me know who was the biggest. Well, let's be careful. But who was the inferior man of the match, as Douglas puts it? I think that's the right way to talk about it. Stefan's not happy. Cherky is Cherky your inferior man of the match, Stefan? Poor attitude by Haaland. Superior player of the match rather than MVP, most valuable player.
But that makes sense. Player of the match that as a sentence is like enough. Adding the word superior means that, like Douglas said, there should be another brand. There should be like inferior. Who is your inferior player of the match? Cherky gets your inferior player of the match. Rico Lewis. He did get a red card, didn't he? Which is harsh. Well, I think it was... When you give it, I would never expect VAR to overturn that red card. I think once it's given, but I do think it was an accident. But we've seen accidental leg breaks be resulted in a red card. So just because it was an accident doesn't mean it's not a red card. It was an accident. Very unfortunate. But you kick someone in the face, kind of a red card. I'm surprised you say that, Mason, because I thought first half, yeah, snoozer. Second half, fine. I think everyone was a snoozer in the second half. I thought Savini was quite good in the first half. I thought he was going past his fullback with ease at times. I thought he was pretty good. He got himself an assist. He was the reason why we scored the first goal in the first few minutes. Homo sapien thinks it was a correct red card. Yeah, I thought Heiss was a bit dodgy. You know, he's a kid, so let's not go too hard on him. You know, he's a kid. So much more learning to come from him. He's probably nervous. He's got a bit of time to... This would be a good tournament for him, really, to get those minutes. But I agree. There was that moment in the first half where he gave it away. And then he sprinted back, which was the right thing to do. He played the player onside, but that's still the right thing to do because you put yourself goal side of the attacker to the point where you gave yourself an advantage to win the ball. The ball then, when it landed, as the ball came over the top after he gave it away on the halfway line, it then spun and then he tried to like head it, didn't he? And he got it all wrong. And then it ended up in the possession of the attacker, who then put Hayes on his arse, who then like went with his left foot and chopped it onto his right foot, and Hayes fell for it, fell over, and then luckily Edison makes the save. So it was a real like calamity moment there from Vita Hayes. But again, he's a kid. We have to give him time. We have to give him understanding and patience that he's going to, you know, kids in defending. I mean, playing as a defender at the age of, well, how old is he? 21? I think he's 20, 21. You know, same age as Husanov, that sort of age bracket. I want my defenders to be 25, 26, you know, peak age. Like defending is a mental game. It's a composure thing. It's an understanding. It's an intelligence thing, defending. I have no problem with the youngsters being thrown forward because that's just raw energy, a little bit of naivety. And yeah, you don't want naivety at the back, do you? That's where you want solid-headed thinkers. And that's why Husanov and Vita Hayes, while they are promising upcomers, they're going to be used sporadically. And in big games, which this is not one of them, Ruben Diaz, Vardiol, even Vardiol's on the young side of a defender, and even he makes mistakes, doesn't he? You know, but you want your experienced defenders to play in defence in the big games, and Vita Hayes has not got any experience yet, but he will get it. He will learn. It takes time. But yeah, Rico Lewis has had a lot of minutes, and even though he's still young, he's actually got experience, more than Vita Hayes. Anyway, but yeah, he was mixed, I thought. I thought Nico O'Reilly was all right at the back. I thought Nathan Ake put in a couple of good interceptions, reasonably good on the ball. I think that was the only area of the pitch where we looked like, yeah, there's a couple of concerns there. A bit of a makeshift back four, a back four that wasn't actually a back four at times, with Rico Lewis pushing into midfield. I thought Reinders had a nice, steady, solid debut, friendly debut at least. Well, it is technically competitive, isn't it? But still, a nice solid performance from Tajani Reinders. I did think Cherky like showed moments of like, yeah man, nice touch. And then, yeah, not a very good touch. A little bit uncomfortable at times. Like tried a couple of flicks that weren't coming off. Fine. He's an expressive player. He's a creator. He's a, you know, he's going to do that. I don't think we should discourage that from his game. If it doesn't come off, you shouldn't be like, right, don't do that again. Because you're taking the biggest part of his game away from him if you do that. Cherky is an audacious, creative risk taker. You know, he will constantly try to do this, the thing that when it doesn't come off, you look like an idiot. You know what I mean? But when it comes off, you're like, oh,
oh, you're going mental. He's one of them. And when it comes off, we're going to be waxing lyrical about what a player we've got. But when he makes a mistake, it's going to be like, don't do that. So I don't think we should discourage that. Let him express himself. I feel like we should encourage him to do those things. But pick and choose your moments wisely. Don't be doing it on the halfway line. Make sure you do it on the edge of their area or in the area, preferably, where it can cause chaos and little bit moments of magic from Ryan Cherky. I don't think we saw much from him outside of that. A couple of nice flicks. But yeah, I thought Doku got himself a goal. Terrible defending at the back post, but still showed initiative, showed purpose to get on the end of that corner that was well delivered. We scored from a corner, which is like, yeah, wow. Really good. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good first half, nice and composed, a little bit open at the back. I thought Wydad came forward a little bit too freely. Good to see Rodri come back. Haaland had a good opportunity. I should have definitely made it 3-0. He made himself an opportunity from a good pass from Rico Lewis, which he put over the bar prior to that. But still, you know, it's a small detail. I don't like players smiling after they've missed a one-on-one. It just bugs me. I don't know about you, but it just bugs me. I don't like it. When I miss a one-on-one, I'm like, fuck's sake. Fucking hell, man. I'm not smirking. You know what I mean? It smacks of arrogance and like, me? Did I miss? No, that wasn't me. That was just me being silly. Like, mate, you missed. Own it. Be a bit annoyed. I'm fine with you being annoyed. Like, just, I don't know. A little. I'm being picky and I'm being pedantic, but I still think it was a reasonable performance from the first half. I thought the second half was just something to forget about, really. And pre-season, wouldn't read too much into it. 3 points, but played to the level of our competition. I think we outclassed them in the first half, but in the second half, it was like, I can't think of anything that there was a threat from them in the second half. We looked like we would, if anyone was going to make, you know, if anyone was going to score in that second half, it looked like it would be us. But yeah, I don't get worked up about it. It's like, why, Dad? You know what I mean? Not like, why, Dad? Why, Dad? Why? Why are you getting worked up about it, Dad? You know, he probably is getting worked up about it, knowing my dad. But do you know what I mean? But it's why, Dad? You know what I mean? I wouldn't overthink this. You know, it's the Premier League as well. What do you think about the fixture list as well? I'm excited for the fixture list. I think we've got a reasonable start. To the season. Wolves away doesn't guarantee a win because I actually thought they got off to a good start. Good end to their season. They got themselves out of relegation, but they have lost Ryan Aït-Nouri. They have lost Mateus Cunha. Wolves need to be active in the transfer market, and I think they're not going to be because I think they're going to have to sign players on the cheap because they are struggling financially. They are struggling to comply with PSR. Wolves are one of those clubs that are on the edge of failing PSR, so I think their transfer window is going to be interesting. Maybe we could take advantage of that. Then we've got Spurs at home. Hopefully Thomas Frank has got the win out of his way. I don't know who Spurs are playing first game of the season, but their first game is at home. Get that win out of the way, and then maybe Spurs fans will be a little bit more forgiving towards Thomas Frank to allow him to go away to City and lose. Then great. We've got Arsenal in there as well. I'm sure we have off the top of my head, but still. I'm not too bad. Arsenal's fixtures are grim, man. Like, they are grim. They are grim. Exactly. He's new. There's so much to... Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. He wasn't awful. I don't agree with that. I think he was, you know, moments were there. I think he was fine. I think the old timers like my dad on the channel, to be honest. But look at these two. What's going on here? Look at the respect they're showing to each other. Look at this. What happened to the war? You guys were fucking at each other's throats 10 minutes ago. Absolutely kicking off. The UAE war has just been peace. That's a real eye-opener there. It's like, look at the peace. White flags from both sides. It's all love. Love to see it. Absolutely. The war will continue. Good. I want another round in the next in the next stream.
definitely. Yeah, man. Yara, mate. The thing is, just finishing above Arsenal, man. The end of our fixture list as well. I'm looking forward to that as well. Because I think we've got a very good end to the season. While our start of the season is not ideal, I do think the end of our season looks very promising. Lots of winnable games. But fixture lists, there's no point predicting. The most important fixtures for me, I think, are the first 10. I think that's what dictates your season because it's momentum. The psychological aspect is often disregarded. People look at it like on paper, black and white. That's often, it can be used as a way of analysing fixture lists, fine. But I think the psychological aspect is often underappreciated. If you can gather, a momentum in the first 10 games of the season, like Liverpool did last season, the way they just got off to a flyer last season, they never looked back. We can't afford for Liverpool to gain any more than, by Christmas, Liverpool can't be more than 6 points ahead of us. 6 points, and I think then it's like they're in trouble if we're within 6 points going into January, going into February, because they weren't challenged last year, Liverpool. They didn't face the Manchester City that come good at the end of the season, like we did this season. Well, the season's just gone. We came good at the end of the season. From January onwards, we were arguably one of the most informed sides in 2025. If you translate that form into the beginning of the season and you eradicate that stupid section where we went on this losing streak that was ridiculously poor, so bad from the side, if you remove that from the season, we're challenging for the title again. And that was not a small thing. It was a big portion. You're talking nearly 2 months of really poor football. But I do believe that if you can get that right and go through the Christmas period, the October, November, December period, and get that right without dropping to the standards we dropped last season and still be within touching distance of the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool, they'll shit themselves at the end of the season because they know what we do at the end of the season. Arnie Slot, let's see what you've got, at the end of next season. Because you had it easy last season. Not easy to the extent that it's easy to win the Premier League, but easy in the final couple of months, because it was done by February, And I think Liverpool deserve credit for what they did last season, but there's a lot of shame thrown towards Arsenal and City for the title challenge that we mounted against Liverpool. We were poor, both of us. City in particular. But the fact that we ended up 3 points behind Arsenal just goes to show that Arsenal weren't. How bad does it feel last season? But we finished 3 points behind Arsenal. And people are still saying that they're a good side, Arsenal. Yeah, they still finished second, but they're a good side. They're a couple of transfers away from challenging for that title. And we finished 3 points behind them. We've just signed Ryan Cherky to Johnny Reinders. Ryan Aït-Nouri, there's more to come. Then if that's Arsenal, they're a couple of signings away from challenging for the title. And we've already done the business than we've done. Then we're already ahead of Arsenal then, surely. Because they've got work to do, Arsenal, work to do. Wirtz being at Liverpool is a big thing. I think that's a big thing. But yeah, I just think it's going to be like neck and neck. Liverpool City, bang, 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 bang for the whole course of the season. And it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot of hate towards the Scousers next season. I can feel it. It's bubbling. It's simmering. I just hope we can get over the line and put that pressure on them that they didn't feel last season, Make them feel pressure that they're just not used to. Arnie Slot's not used to it, I think maybe he might, be thinking this Premier League business, it's a piece of cake. It's a walk in the park, this Premier League. First season, winning the Premier League at a canter, And I think he might find out that it ain't as easy as you first thought, mate. Because City are going to come back stronger. I think Arsenal will come back stronger. I think Chelsea are going to take points off big teams next season. I don't want to face Chelsea. I think they're going to be a difficult team to face. I wouldn't be surprised if Liam Delap stays fit. I bet you he gets in the goals next season. I think Cole Palmer as well behind him is only going to help him. So I think it's going to be an interesting one. I do think Chelsea will finish fourth, and I think the front three will be Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. Not in that order, hopefully. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just don't read too much into this game. You know what I mean? Wydad in FA Cup, FIFA Club World Cup. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? It's nothing. Nothing to worry about at all. Al Ain next, and then Juventus in the FIFA Club World Cup, and then once we're through the group, and if we're through the group, we've got the round of 32, then the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, and then by that point, quarterfinals, we'll be facing a big team. We'll be facing a big team, the likes of Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund. They'll be up for grabs. And then semi-finals, you're looking at Bayern and PSG. You know, we could be facing Real Madrid in the round of 32, depending on where we finish in the group. If Real Madrid finish second and we finish first, we've got Real Madrid. Vice versa, we've got Real Madrid. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Good to see the debuts as well. Ryan Cherky to Johnny Reinders. More to come. More to come. Big up to everybody in the chat. Massive respect to you guys. Yeah, make sure you come and tune in to the next watch along. Take care, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Big love.